my face. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you.
Welcome to Literally Nothing Show. I'm El Fascist Pig.
I'm Nick Weir, and we've got Among the Enemy from Clarksville, Tennessee. They just did a great set for us.
I don't think they've done the set yet.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
That's later.
See it till the end.
That's later tonight.
Dude, I forget.
We already
Nick is predicting the future as he speaks. Supposedly these guys are doing a set later on, but they've already done it.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's quantum leap shit.
Oh. Shit.
It's good.
Oh yeah, I've seen this before. Ant-Man.
My bad. But we interviewed you guys last year. What's new? What's been going on since then?
I grew like 3 inches.
Nice.
Magic.
Yeah.
I love that.
Waist size?
Not in height.
Oh.
Yeah. No longer just girth.
We got penis pumps,
Amazing.
the whole band.
Yeah.
We're all been working on that girth.
Yeah.
What brand do you guys recommend?
We throw our money in for really good.
It's a Chinese company. It's called
You're walking on the edge, sir.
It's Isuzu. Not to be confused with Isuzu, the car company. It's Isuzu.
They're all the same. Trust
Yeah.
me.
So are
It's a hive,
are you
man.
like
Hive
throwing up and you've got a larger penis?
No,
or
I'm
something,
eating
or
a lot more.
is it-
You know,
okay.
last time I was here it was like 170, and now I'm like 235. But you got to figure that a lot of that weight went down.
You know, I'm surprised we don't have cock
That is
steroids yet.
interesting.
It's only a matter of
We were
time.
talking
It's
about
only a
the
matter of
earlier,
time.
Botox.
Yeah,
With the
Botox.
lips.
Yeah.
If
Make
it
your cock
if it can
huge.
plump your lips, maybe it can plump
Yeah.
your dick.
Or maybe it just like
My argument
stays
was it
hard
would kill the
Oh.
nerve ending, so
for like 6 months.
you'd have like an animal balloon cock, but you wouldn't be able to feel anything.
Well, no, you'd have to they'd have to not inject the Botox into the head. It would have to be all shaft.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so you just have a monster shaft. and
Arizona
just-
iced tea can with this tiny dick head.
tiniest German
when
helmet.
You first
You look like
said
Shorty Mac. That's a real porn star.
like balloon animal cock. I thought like I was thinking literally a balloon like a wiener dog
Yeah.
balloon for a dick. I was like,
Nah, I
"God,
see
could
what
happen.
kind of dicks
Crazy.
these
Well,
guys
yeah,
like.
yeah. So you're talking like actually fashioned into an animal.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like a
the
creature cock.
technology's almost there. Honestly,
It is.
if they can
I
if
buy
they
that for
can
a penny.
bring the
Penis
what is it
enlargement's
that
coming
Tesla
our way.
did, if they can bring that back and it can re-land. I'm sure they can turn your dick into a balloon animal.
That's right, dude.
You can hang a potato off of it.
That's
too.
funny. We had a
On
balloon
string.
guy on last week, man. He's
wow.
hilarious.
Oh,
Because it's ounces. We use potatoes. Hang the weight stretching.
oh, that's
No,
what you-
in other countries, I've seen
Yeah.
that crap. I was like,
Yeah.
what in the
You
fuck?
want to use potatoes though, because
There's ones where the dudes roll their dicks around sticks to stretch them out.
Yeah.
They're just constantly rolling their dicks.
yeah.
It's like a whole. That's what. Like they don't even have clothes on. That's just what he does. They're all walking around rolling their dicks.
I mean
I
that
don't know what
was
they're working out for.
that was the first time I ever like used my brother's computer, like typed like a W because I thought you had to put www before every website.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came up was like penis enlargement. And I clicked it, and it was a YouTube video back when like you could post anything on YouTube. And it was just this naked dude folding his dick over his hand, like trying to stretch it over his hand.
You're always talking about this like, oh, I just was on the.
I
internet,
watched
and
the
still
whole
watch
fucking
it.
thing. It was in my brother's like it was in his
all
cache,
should.
dude.
Every man
It was
looks
saved.
up.
It was
His
bookmarked.
search
Yeah.
history.
It was his search history. It was yeah.
I don't know
Dude,
if I want to know your.
I was
history.
11 years old, like taking notes, dude.
And you had blackmail. I'd be like, you could tell on him at any time. Be like,
Yeah, I mean, I just did.
You did. You did. Oh shit!
Mom, I
I
hope
he
you're
doesn't
watching.
watch this.
He does. He does.
He
That's-
will.
That's for him.
All right. Top 3 scary movies of all time.
Halloween, The Thing, and
Exorcist.
extra. Yeah,
Nice. Okay.
The first Scream.
The first Scream.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
I saw it when I was 7.
Scream is great.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't handle it well.
This-
I liked
not.
it later in
That's
life.
a-
the whole
probably
garage
not,
scene
dude.
when
No,
Rose
I think
goes
it was
out.
awesome.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I don't know. I think
I
it
wouldn't
was
go out like that.
right after Drew Barrymore got like stabbed to death, and she's just like a corpse, like help.
Yeah.
but like couldn't really talk, and I saw that, and I'm like, that's
That was your
fucked
first
up.
scary movie?
Yeah,
Mine
that
was-
was my first one, but
That was the one
I
that
was not.
scared him the
I'm
most.
still
Oh,
not really a
yeah.
scary movie guy.
Yeah, that's not really for
Chucky.
7-year-olds, really. Like,
Yeah, I was
that's
like 7 and really not into
PG-13
scary
at
movies.
least. You know,
Chucky
It's-
scared the shit out of me.
Oh, God, yeah.
And then The Exorcist scared the shit out of me even more.
It got me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
shit was
Yeah, fuck
brutal.
Pennywise. Fuck that motherfucker.
I remember watching like Carrie for the first time as a little kid, and that shit.
Oh.
If somebody
Yeah,
can really
that
do
was
shit
not
like
a-
that,
Wasn't that like the? Was that the one with
Yeah.
the nun, or was that the like the little girl?
Stephen
No,
King.
she's like
That was
a-
they pour the
she's
they pour the
picked
pig's
on-
blood on
Picked
her.
on in high school.
She's
like
psychic.
high school
the
I
pig
believe
blood.
it's John Travolta. That
John Travolta is in it, yeah.
He fucking does the whole
Gets the car
douchebag.
flip and yeah.
Set her up for the whole
Oh,
pig
yep.
bath. You
Yep.
know. Or
Yeah.
pig blood
All
bath.
the blood bath.
Yeah. No, we the first one I remember
Yeah.
was
tall.
we had a swimming pool when I was growing up, and we would sit in the pool, and my mom would put on
With a
Jaws
BBL.
at night.
Yeah.
Just like bring the TV out, like set it up, and we'd be like sitting on like floating devices in the pool, just like watching Jaws. And me, like a 5-year-old kid, like after watching that kid get his shit eaten in Jaws, you remember when he's like out on the little yellow thing, and you just see Jaws like
Oh,
rolling.
dude.
With
Oh,
it.
yeah.
and you're
Oh,
just
dude, I'm like
Just
shitting my
pants.
pants. The water went from clear to brown, just like we're swimming in mud.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's not fun.
people.
Yeah.
That movie alone has made people just be like me. This is as
Oh,
far
yeah.
as I'm going to the ocean.
Oh, dude.
We're just going to my
Yeah.
feet. You know what I mean? I'm
Ocean's
not going
scary.
in that motherfucker.
Just showed my wife that movie for the first time a week ago. She's 30 years old, never seen Jaws.
What?
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. She's like, I've always been terrified. I will never watch it. I was like, guess what, motherfucker? Tonight's the night.
We're
We
watching
watched it.
one
It
day.
holds, it holds the test of time.
Dude, it's
It
still
holds the
good.
test.
Like,
You know, of all the fucking fucked up remakes, you know, come on, man.
yeah. For
Right.
They
What?
could make
So
some
many
bank on a
remakes.
brand new
Yeah.
Jaws. Because they that's kind of like, you know, you got your snake movies that come out every year
Yep.
and your shark movies come out. But we ain't had a good one. Like
No.
Deep Blue Sea or,
Oh.
you know, I ain't seen a good shark movie in a minute now.
Yeah.
Well, Megalodon, you know.
I can't.
Yeah, that's
Kinda.
kind of like.
That was like
Sharknado.
some sort of Japanese
Sharknado.
coalition. Like even half the movie was made by the Japanese, so I don't know what was really going on in there.
Oh, dude.
Anyways,
What?
top 3 bands if we ain't asked you already before.
Ned's gonna say Primus any day of the week.
Primus, Chili,
Chili
Peppers,
Peppers.
Well,
System
yeah.
of a Down.
That's fucking bass player, right? You gotta
okay.
have those
Yeah.
two guys. You gotta have the first two at least.
Yeah,
That's
that's.
too hard for me.
I could have. I feel like if anybody comes up to me and they're like, "What bands is Ned like?"
You can tell
I know
Primus.
yours. I know your picks
Sweet.
over my own.
yeah.
And that's like
These guys would win at the newlywed games.
Yeah, I think we
know
could.
each other.
I think we could. If you put us on the dating game, he'd pick me.
You know what? I love that band chemistry right there.
All right.
Dude, we made out before the show.
Oh goddamn! All jokes, all jokes. Anyways, top 3, sir.
Oh shit. Incubus is definitely in my top 3.
Not bad.
Cool.
Soundgarden.
Fuck
and,
yeah. Rest in peace, Chris Winnell.
That third one's always like tough. I would say
Sabbath by default.
Queens of the Stone Age.
There you go.
I was wondering if you were going to
Choice.
say that.
Always
Good choice.
Queens.
Pulled it out.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm-
sure you
I'm
have a
the
top
outlier.
100, but you gotta
Oh,
narrow
yeah.
it down.
Picking a top 3 is really fucking hard, but I think I'm gonna say Avenged Sevenfold,
Cool.
and Fury, representing Nashville.
Yeah, no shit.
Probably right now, Protest the Hero
Okay.
or the Human Abstract. That interchanges. I don't know. it's too hard to pick 3.
Human
A
abstract.
bit,
That's a
a bit
band.
of a difference in taste between everybody.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
From that show they're gonna play later on. What I heard was some pretty good transitions, man. I didn't know what was coming next.
Cool.
Throughout the
Thank you.
songs.
That's cool you guys know about that.
I
Like I
didn't
saw the DeLorean out there. I was wondering if it was just for show.
Yeah, we got
it's
some.
not
We got
just
some
for
new ones
show.
in there. We got 2. What was it? 2 from the EP, 2 from our upcoming LP, full length album.
No, only
Okay.
one from the LP.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3
Oh.
from the EP, 1 from the LP, 2 new.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. We did do 3.
And
We
then
went over this, man.
2 new guys. We're making a new EP.
Fucking A, dude.
It's called Purple. The Purple album.
You guys
Blue
making
Knot,
it yourselves, or you guys going to a
parentheses.
local studio?
You know Blue Knot?
So
I missed that.
the last album we just did, we worked with a producer named Tim Dolbear.
Okay.
He actually played guitar for
Shout
Sammy
out to
Hagar.
Tim.
Wow.
Tim's the man.
Tim's
dude.
the man.
His
Yeah.
studio,
the
Eclectica
man.
Studios here in Nashville. Super cool dude.
Yeah, shout them out, man.
Shout
It's
out.
Better get a
fun.
discount
will
for
shout
that,
out-
Tim. Discount. I'm just kidding.
I wasn't
Dude,
there, but I've heard the
well,
recordings.
just clip out that part of the show and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
we shouted you out."
Yeah, I'm gonna record that one clip and send it to him.
Yep.
Like, Tim, we called you out, bud.
On the
There you go.
DUP show, man. That's the big time.
Give us
They
like
give out pizza and
20%
beer.
off next
Yeah.
time.
Tim's super cool.
Tim's the
super
man.
cool, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So is this LP going to be on the with him or you guys?
Yeah. So the last LP we just did was with him. The EP we did before that, we did it in my house,
Oh, okay.
in a bedroom in my house.
There's nothing wrong with starting out that way.
Oh,
it's so much cheaper if you
it's-
got the gear
oh, yeah.
yourself. You know. What I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely a learning experience. The LP was like a huge learning curve for us. It was like just getting into a studio. We recorded the whole thing live, and it was a lot of fun.
Nice. That's the best way to do it. Everybody's plugged in.
Yep.
Have the drummer in one room. You guys are here, and if you basically get the drum track down,
Yeah.
and then you can dub in anywhere you fucking need
Yeah.
to.
It's like a
Ready
raw.
to come back and do layers.
Raw
It fucking
sound,
makes it
too.
even cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. The energy
That's
was
the
definitely
way.
there.
That's the way I like to record.
Yeah,
I think it's the best way.
Is definitely the best way to do it.
You know, all those like little subtle things like, oh, when we play this part, we play it like 5 BPM slower or something like that, but we don't realize it because we're all playing together, and then we're like, once we go to put it to a grid, it's like, oh shit, that's not.
Yeah, it's. But you still got. You can't. You can't chase that perfection. The song's
Yeah.
never gonna quite be the same. You're only trying to make it
Right.
the best you can. You know?
That's right.
You never know when you're gonna drop a fucking pick. Everybody
Yeah.
else has got to adapt to that. It's,
Right.
It's just part of being seasoned, and
Yeah.
you guys are seasoned.
Oh, dude. I mean, in the studio, it was a lot of fun because Tim would like turn the click on and he'd be like, "All right, guys, go," and then we'd like get started. And then as we were going, he'd just turn the click down and just let us kind of run off in our own direction
Good.
wherever we wanted to go. It was really,
Yeah, I hate that sound.
really fun. Oh, dude.
I hate that fucking.
And I was like, we're like, you know, you can't hear anything. We're in like the studio room, me and Ned, and I got a microphone to like just cue everybody off. Like, all right, we're going to this section. We're going here. We're going here. All right, and I'm like talking shit. Like, hey, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. Like, tighten up. Tighten that shit up. I feel like James Brown. You know? Like I was making them all pay me $50 every time they fucked up.
Don't make me smack it. Just high.
Feel good.
High as cocaine.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of
So, you guys, like, how are you balancing all this as far as work, whether it be relationships, responsibilities you have in life?
We've been balancing it pretty well. We kind of took a little bit of a hiatus. We unfortunately lost our previous drummer, and so we picked up the illustrious Chris here. And
Illustrious. Damn.
illustrious. I mean, I
Put that on my Twitter bio.
You should.
Just kidding, I don't have a Twitter.
It's X now, not Twitter.
So you had to
Exactly.
regroup, like, train
Yeah.
this guy. You had to,
Yeah.
and that's the only way you could do it is play the fucking songs
Right,
over and
yeah.
over and over, the
Yeah.
fucking grind.
It's like, hey man, here's
Grinding.
here's 2 years of material that we
Yeah.
Grinding
Learn
is
quick.
Yeah.
You got to enjoy the grind.
Yeah.
Learn very quickly that Heath hates the fucking EP.
Yeah.
I fucking hate these songs.
I'm so sick. Like after after a year
You
of playing
recorded them?
something, you're like, and I recorded it all myself, and so it was like, after the 6 months of hearing the same 6 songs,
I know.
I totally get that.
you're like, all right, I'm gonna jump out the window
Yeah.
and like run into traffic, and just hope that somebody puts me out of my fucking misery. So I'm like.
The worst part is when you get somebody in the band that like really loves one of your songs, and that's one of them you hate the
Oh yeah,
most.
yeah. That's how it
Oh,
happened.
we
yeah.
have one of
Dude, we
those.
gotta play
Yeah,
Mouth Breathers,
live
man. We
anymore.
have
Yeah.
to play fucking
Yep.
Mouth
No,
Breathers.
we had that. It was a song called "What If I Don't." I absolutely hate that song.
We have never
And-
played it together.
Yeah.
Before I joined the band, that was
Yeah,
my
sometimes
favorite song.
things just burn out and ruin, man.
Yeah. When we picked him up, I was like, "Cool, we'll play anything except for that fucking song. If I have to hear that song again, I will blow my fucking brains out." I'm not kidding.
It's hard, man.
Amazing,
Dude,
It's hard to get an erection to
Yeah.
something you don't like.
Exactly.
It's hard to do it, man. It's like, oh.
yeah.
So, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Definitely.
We
20
are
questions.
going to transition over to 20 questions, 25 questions, and 90 seconds,
Holy
which
shit.
I can never
I'm doing
do
it.
right.
Let me read them.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
You want
Yeah,
to
it's
do
up to
them
you.
this
I
time,
can damn near
dog?
memorize them.
All right. All
I don't
right.
give a shit. I'll do
We got a
it.
chance,
I'll
guys.
do it.
We got a chance.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. Let's.
Get it right up. Get
It's a lightning round.
Get
Would
the
you
mic-
ra-
get it
would you rather-
pulled in there.
All right, we're gonna start over.
All right.
All right, ready? Go. Would you? Oh, who's gonna be? My bad.
Ned, you better fucking bring it.
I'm bringing it.
If he stumbles,
Oh,
just throw out
jeez.
answers. We
All
got
right. Oh, so I
Oh,
can I
jeez.
can celeb
We got
shot.
back up Ned.
All right, cool.
Because you already know.
I'm pretty
Ned.
witty.
Yeah, I know Ned. I know
I'm
what
pretty
his answer's
witty.
gonna be.
I'll handle it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, my bad. I'm ready.
Go.
Would you rather anyone read your mind or see your secret search history?
Read my mind.
Would you sell your soul to the devil for record deal?
No.
What is your weapon of choice in the zombie apocalypse?
Axe.
To auto-tune or not auto-tune?
In tune.
Lose your sight or lose your hearing?
Hearing.
How many chickens would it take to kill a human?
12.
Punch your mom in the face, kick a dog in the balls?
Dog balls.
If you are starving, would you eat a person?
Yeah.
Have you ever masturbated at work?
Yes.
You ever stolen a riff?
A what?
Ever stolen a riff?
Yeah.
What celebrity?
No,
wanna
I
punch-
haven't. No.
What celebrity you want to punch in the face?
Kamala Harris.
Remove one person. Remove one person from this planet.
What?
Remove one person from the panel.
One bird?
No, we're one
person.
person.
Oh, Kamala Harris.
What superpower would you want?
Fly.
Would you rather walk into your parents or your parents walking on you having sex?
Parents walking on me.
Would you rather have a third nipple or a third ball?
Third ball, bigger loads.
Be played in the movie by actors Danny DeVito or Danny Trejo.
Danny DeVito.
Is Black Sabbath in your top 5?
What?
Black Sabbath in your
Your
top
top
5?
five?
No.
Have you ever gotten high with your parents?
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather be in a zombie or a robot apocalypse?
Zombie.
Have you ever been tempted to smack a person while talking to them?
Sure.
Is your time truly wasted if you enjoy wasting your time?
Yes.
Would you rather do 5 years in prison or 20 in a coma?
5 years in a
What
prison.
song would you choose to play every song in a room?
Smoke on the water.
If you ever walked in on your wife with another woman, would you join in? Or get
Sure.
mad?
Yeah.
Would you have a
Fuck
band-aid?
yeah.
How to body?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Whoa.
Yeah!
Sloan, you do 20 questions.
He was ready for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I stumbled on that first.
I couldn't understand you.
Great.
I couldn't. You were going
Dude,
too
that third
fast.
ball
Ladies
was
and
great.
gentlemen,
Bigger. That's what I told you to
winners
say
of
last
20
year.
questions.
You were fucking ready for that.
Bigger loads. I knew that one was coming. The third nut. We did that last year.
Yeah.
Bigger loads.
Yeah.
I get it.
I already crank out 16 ropers. So
Wow. This
to
man's
20.
going Guinness.
16 to 20
impressive.
Going
ropers.
Guinness.
Jeez.
A third nut. That's like 30.
Dude. you
Got
could
mouths to
just-
feed, man.
All day.
Yes, I do.
Just look at him, dude. He's blessed genetically in height, in looks, in fucking
Loads.
loads.
That's right.
I can impregnate a village from one fucking cranker.
You know, there was a Roddy Piper movie like that. What was that? Where
Oh,
he's the last man?
uh,
Toadville or whatever.
No, hell
yeah.
comes to Frogtown.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Yes.
about the meaning of life when that fat lady shits out the. Are we talking about Monty Python?
No,
Oh,
we're talking about Roddy Piper.
Oh, sorry. My hearing sucks.
He's like barter to Leroy. He's like,
Oh. That's Charles Women ready to call it the night.
I want Stuart
Somebody,
enrolled.
it's a white Toyota Corolla.
you left your lights on.
Stuart.
Please come outside and fix it.
All right, so when's y'all's next show, guys?
This is it.
We don't know.
Nice.
We're like writing and
Yeah.
I guess whatever comes across our path.
We're lucky to get you,
Okay.
man. Get a little.
We
get a
pretty
little
much
peek.
canceled every single show except for this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
We lost our drummer.
nice.
I was like, I hit up Ned and I was like, all right, I'm canceling all the shows, but we got to play this
Yeah.
one. 'cause
Yeah.
this is the most
This was
fun.
fun.
Nice.
Hell yeah, I
had
appreciate
them
you
really
guys
Looking
taking the
forward to
time.
hearing the new sound because you guys got a good sound guy now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jack is great.
I concur
He's the
and
man.
agree, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking forward to
concur.
hearing
He's the man.
Really looking forward to hearing it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, he's dialed in.
Yeah,
the
he's
whole
good.
show.
No, he's
Shit.
actually real. He's
Alright,
sitting there
shit.
adjusting as
We
he
even brought him a
goes, too.
dildo to say thank you.
Yeah.
Dude, yes, the dildos for him.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
yeah,
No
it's whoever
way.
wants
We
it,
can't
honestly.
show
It's
the
reversed
dildo on
ridged.
camera, right? That'll
It's
take us
reversed
off
ridged,
YouTube.
so
It
you
don't
get
really
that
look
shit.
like a dildo. It looks like
It doesn't.
like something in a cave. What do they
It's
call
a
those?
paperweight.
Tagly light or?
Dog, it's wild. It's
It's
wild.
a great paperweight.
Can we show the box of it?
You show it. It doesn't look like. I mean,
doesn't look like a human dick.
Yeah, it's.
It looks like
I feel like we're far enough into the video that the algorithm
Model
won't
it,
block
Nick.
it. Yeah,
Nick,
model it. Come on,
Model it.
here. Just give it the old.
He's done this shit before.
Oh,
like a
man.
stalagmite, but more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll,
stalagmite. That's the word.
I'll just put my can.
yeah.
next
Put the
to
can
it.
next to it for size reference.
And the Zens.
Yeah.
So,
For scale.
scale.
It's
Yes.
pretty big.
Pretty big, dude.
I got 20 questions for you. It starts with how far down your throat can that go? No, I'm just kidding.
Can you get
I feel
one,
like
2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
realistically, I could
Count the
get
ribs.
about here.
You're on 7.
That's what I think.
Well, I'm gonna say that's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
It is horrifying.
Terrifying.
It is the scariest paperweight.
You
I've
put
ever seen.
googly eyes on it.
No, honestly,
Oh, God,
if
yeah.
someone was coming at you to like mug you, you'd be like, "Oh no, they're stealing my wallet." Then they whip that thing out. You're like,
It's
"Fuck."
amazing.
My
That
revenge
is
got
true. That is
exponentially
a
worse.
deterrent.
Yeah.
That is a deterrent. You walk around that thing, somebody's messing with you, pull that out. They're gonna
If
run.
like, you're
Dude,
driving on the
It's a demon.
You're driving on the interstate, some guy cuts you off, you're yelling at each other, he gets out, come on, motherfucker, let's fight. And you just walk out with that.
Yeah,
Hey, buddy.
dude, you don't need
You
to.
ready to
Don't
get
even, say, don't even say a word. Just fucking take all your clothes off and pull that fucker out.
You don't need to conceal carry when you're packing that
You
thing in
know,
your pocket. Dude.
with that, I am gonna take this.
Yeah.
Guys, you're about to hear a fantastic set from Among the Enemy, and we also have the comedians coming up soon, which will also be fantastic. So,
I think we're live and had to go
fuck
to
you
a
all.
comedian.
Good night. We're gonna move on into this. Give it up for Among the Enemy. Dude.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you, dude.
Man sucks.
Now we got this new.
We bring thank you dildos. Thank you.
Yes, yes, they do. We love their gifts.
It's for you. Thanks, guys.
They're good gifters. So we're live still, right? All right. Who's first comedian?
Oh, the first comedian of the night.
I like the white
Please give it up. He came all the way from here, from Nashville. Give it up for our good friend, Sean Griffin.
Hello. How we doing, guys?
Yeah.
Deliciously nothing world out there watching. This is the first time I have performed for Ripped Dildo, I will say.
Nice.
It is. I think it's the first time I've been in the same room as 12 men and one dildo. Maybe it'll be the last one. We'll see. I don't know. All right, let's get into it. This has been on my mind recently. So, my hometown, we had this like all-star college football game, and they divide the teams up randomly nowadays. They used to not. They used to do it the North versus the South. And they never said exactly why they got rid of it. But if you know anything about Alabama, you know they got rid of it because we got a little too into that shit. I mean, the whole stadium every year is just cheering for the South team. They're like, the South scored and the South's going to do it again, okay? They're like wondering why the South's not wearing gray uniforms, you know? If one guy went to the other sideline, they wouldn't give him back. Crazy stuff like that. It's a fugitive slave act joke right there. Yeah, I'm a big football fan. The NFL, they have a commercial they air during Pride Month. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's very simple. It says things like, football is American, football is for everyone, and it ends with football is gay. That's what it says. Every time it says that, right after it says football is gay, I just wish it said, this message is brought to you by Major League Baseball. Okay? Football's fucking gay, dude. Every play starts with them bent over. Right? Baseball, we're just trying to get to home base. That's straight as fuck. Okay. All right, we'll cut that tag out. Well, the election's coming up. I come from a pretty conservative family, but I feel like my family demonstrates the two types of conservatives in America. Because, like, if you're at a family gathering, my grandpa's going to say, Biden's got to stop this inflation, right? But then my aunt's going to chime in. She's going to be like, well, you know that's not the real Biden, right? That's the actor they have playing the real Biden, okay? The real one's a reptilian shapeshifter who died back in 2015 and was replaced with a look like, have you not been reading my emails is what I'm trying to say. All right, cool. We're doing it. What else are we gonna do? Okay, I do have a question. How weird does a sexual behavior have to be for it to be considered a fetish? It's got to be kind of weird, right? Because I was talking to a friend, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I have a fetish." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Don't tell anybody, but I have a blowjob fetish." I was like, you put spaghetti on it, she Lady and the Tramps it up? Like, what are we talking about? He's like, "No, dude, I like getting head. That's like my thing." I'm like, dude, that's not a thing. That's a guy. What are you gonna tell me you got a big kink for pussy next? Like what? Like, yeah, when I'm feeling really freaky, I'll fuck naked. I'll do it. I'll take my pants off to have sex. It's fun to perform in the former home of a Hyundai Sonata. I've never done this before. This is a Honda Accord. There we go. That's exciting. We'll try this. I'm on Hinge, the dating app. A lot of times you'll come across on women's profiles, they'll say this. They'll say, the best way to ask me out is by naming a time and place. I've done it before, but it feels weird to do that to a stranger. It feels more like a ransom meetup, you know? I'm like, 8 o'clock Saturday night, Harbor Freight parking lot. Okay. Don't tell the cops. I'll know. All right, we're still working that one out. So I'm single. I want a girlfriend so I can just stop trying. That's probably not what my future girlfriend wants to hear, but it's true. I'm pro-settling. Are we pro-settling here? That's what, just... Because I used to think love would be like finding someone and saying, I can't get better than her. But now I know love for me will be finding a woman and being like, it could get a lot worse than her. I mean, might as well. Like, I used to think love would be like Titanic, the movie. Like, never let go, Jack. But now I think it's more like the movie Babe. He looks down, he's like, that'll do, pig. That'll do. That's where I'm at. All right, you know what? I think that's good enough. That's enough time for me. Thank you, guys. All right.
What a treat. Sean, how are you, buddy?
Doing great. How are you guys?
Good.
Does
It's
great,
been,
man.
like a year or
It's
a
been a
year and a
minute.
half?
Did you get a sticker yet?
I don't think so. Where's the sticker?
Let's get you some stickers.
Oh, they're
Behind
new.
that door.
Okay. Are they new?
They are new.
Yes.
Oh.
We're getting notebooks next, so we're going to be like a
Okay.
Kill Tony.
Okay, gotcha. I was on to listen. Oh, wow. That's nice.
Did you ever do Kill Tony?
I have not done it. No,
All right.
no. That'd be a fun time to do.
We
Yeah, this will be the only
will be.
sticker I get because I'm not going to vote. I don't vote. You guys don't vote. I get
No.
vote.
I actually vote.
Okay, you vote?
I
Okay.
did. I voted too.
Oh, yeah, you're.
I think we
mail-in
got two
ballot.
wasted votes over here, fellas.
Well, who'd y'all vote for?
I know who they voted for.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say. I'm not gonna
Hey,
say.
you don't want
I-
to alienate the audience.
I haven't voted yet, but I'm
Your
actually,
options were Lucifer or Succubus. They
Yeah,
voted
that's
Succubus.
very
They
true.
voted
That's
Succubus.
very true. I would have voted for
Would you
John
like a
Wall.
shot, sir?
Sure, yeah. I'll take
Fuck
one.
yes. I have not started, so I am ready to tie one on.
Well, we
There you
got-
go,
we got
dude.
this-
Forgot all
this-
about that.
How
Give
you
it a
like
little touch.
that?
decorating it
Dude,
right
there's
here.
a suspicious amount of hair on that thing.
You know,
He said it
there's-
was slightly used,
Yeah.
and he said it was dog hair.
And there
so I'm
was
just
dog
like,
hair
that's-
on it.
That is questionable.
So
I don't
that's a
want to
little
go any
worrisome.
further on this
You know,
crime.
I'm a little upset that I touched it right
Is it a
there
crime
now.
to fuck your dog?
Oh,
I
yeah, I
think
do
so,
think
yeah.
so. I
Yes,
think that's a
that is.
I think it's called
I
bestiality.
think it's like that's probably more than one crime. I think it
Oh, God,
popped with
okay.
a bunch of other ones too.
I haven't drank
Yeah.
anything
All
today,
right.
so this is
To
gonna be tough.
not fucking your dog.
Not
There you
fucking
go.
your dog. All right.
Yes,
there we
bro.
go.
do it.
Not fucking your dog.
Resist.
So how have things been going, doggy?
Okay, let's see. I used to be a teacher. I don't do that anymore.
Really?
I
You
could have
quit
swore you were a
teaching?
teacher. You
Yeah,
were a
yeah.
teacher last year, right?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
did
fuck
that.
those kids.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did it for like 4 years, and it was to the point where I was like, this is not worth the mental exhaustion. I feel
Exactly.
like was the main thing. And
What grade?
9th grade was what it was.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The worst days. I mean, it was. The
It
kids
was
are
probably very
objectively
frustrating.
hilarious, but it's gonna make you feel really depressed for the future of the country when you
Yeah.
see these kids. You know, that's really. I mean,
Yeah.
like not even
Well, you're
How-
a young buck too. How old are you?
26. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still.
Oh yeah, so
You
it
can
was
tell the
that was another thing. Like
difference.
they treated me like older brother as opposed to like a teacher. So it was like I could never even like have command.
Dude, you banging
Oh,
your
dude,
teachers?
that's-
Nah,
What?
young hot teachers. I thought you were gonna go the
Not
other direction.
kids,
Yeah.
the young hot teachers.
I did get with one or two. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
At school?
Yeah, one time.
cool.
No, I never fucked
Amazing.
at the school. No, I did not do that.
You gotta go back and do it.
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
time.
Maybe one day.
You haven't
I
lived
guess
yet.
I'd be trespassing at that point if I went back, but
Probably, yeah.
you know, maybe.
Maybe.
You just go to a different school. You just keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. That's true. There's probably teachers that do that, to be honest. fucking on grounds.
So I'm here for the teacher poon and the teacher poon.
There's teachers that are cheating on cheating with.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
The students
dude.
even know.
Oh,
what the
yeah.
teachers
Sure.
fucking-
Oh, for sure.
They
For
know.
sure. So.
Teacher
I
and
never
service
had a teacher
days.
that was hot
you know?
enough to like want to fuck. Like every teacher.
You gotta
I've
remember
ever
when he was in
had,
school in the 80s.
Yeah.
All women looked rough in the 80s.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
there were
yeah.
substitute teachers that would come in and you'd be like,
You'd be like,
God,
whoa, where's she
damn.
been?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
they're gone after a week or something, and then you're back to the fucking school marms and shit. All they want to do is beat you. Every teacher I've ever had is wanting to fucking beat me with a fucking paddle.
Yeah.
There's a point. 9th grade is when I.
Did you go to Catholic school?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
but-
in the 80s, they were paddling in public schools?
Oh, dude.
No, they paddled in
they
public
were.
schools until like maybe 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what's the
Far out in the
I
country
think
I'm at.
mid '90s or something like
I
that.
taught at the wrong
Yeah.
school, man.
Wow.
You can't whoop the fucks anymore. That's what's wrong.
Well, some teachers would have like a little leather paddle that didn't do it. They didn't want to
Ah,
paddle you, but they
okay.
had to go through the
That's a
whole
little kinky, a
corporate
leather
thing.
paddle.
It is a little
What?
kinky,
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Multi-use.
But then
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
dudes
yeah,
who
yeah.
are wanting to hurt you, and they'd have the paddles with the holes drilled down the middle, so you get that
Yep.
extra fucking
Oh,
speed.
oh, God.
Oh, dude.
That's demented.
Yeah,
The
there's
holes
some-
Look,
is like
Coach Harris
turbo?
had a cutout tire in the shape of a paddle with holes in it.
that-
Just like the whiplash.
Like a rat tail almost, kind of, yeah.
I started refusing.
I
You know,
hate
you
that.
refuse
Always
them, they
hurts.
can't do anything.
No, there's worse options. Like, well, you can get a paddle in it, or we can you can be kicked out of school for 3 days.
Yeah,
It's
I was good
like
for that.
I was like, I'm getting the paddling.
No, I was gonna.
No, it would be
kicked out.
worse if I get the paddling. It's all
Your
goes.
parents.
It's all goes
Did y'all
away.
have-
If I'm kicked out of school for 3 days, I gotta tell
You guys
somebody.
have in-school suspension?
So
Yeah, later
Yeah.
on.
Okay, yeah.
I started refusing the paddling, and then they were giving me the out school suspension. But like they knew I was cool with that. So after that, once they realized that me being out of school is just making myself.
It's like, thanks. I'm gonna watch cartoons.
Yeah.
So then, no matter what happened, I was automatically stuck into in-school suspension.
Yeah.
And then that turned into fucking summer school, and summer
Oh,
school.
no.
Oh, summer school was
I used to
horrible.
teach summer school just for the extra money. And nowadays it's crazy. Like nowadays, basically kids, they can fail the entire year and then make up all their credits in like 2 weeks at summer school. Because they just have to like pass a course, like an online course. So kids that are actually smart will still just purposely fail all year.
Yes.
And then just show up, they're like, all right, I'll do school for 3 weeks in June. And then the rest of the year, I won't do any work.
They
or
started that bullshit
That's
when I was a
crazy.
junior in high school.
Yeah.
I've been working hard for credits. After junior year, I didn't even need nothing but like an English 4. The rest of
yeah.
everything, you know what I mean? I'd already got all the credits I fucking need.
Yeah.
And fucking, dude, except for like this one 9-week government class. And I figured out, like, man, that could be my sleep time.
Yeah.
It's first class of the day. I'll just come
I'll do
here
one
at
more.
fucking 9. Because all you had to do was at the very end take like a fucking computer test. It was like 10 questions. And everybody already had the fucking answers passed around. Everybody, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
It was like, so now,
Yeah, you realize it's like, yeah.
if when a
this-
kid,
oh, so this
think
doesn't-
about when a 7th grader figures that out. You know what I mean?
That's and they all know.
then they just don't try
they
to
have, they
push
have
themselves.
siblings, so they all know. So like
Yes.
they know what's coming for. So it's just like, and that was one
Just
thing.
more dumbing
like,
down. More
They're
dumber,
and they're like
dumber,
the kids
dumber.
aren't dumb, but like they just it's all like incentive based, and they have no incentive to
Compete.
apply themselves.
Compete,
so they're
yeah.
like, I'm not going to. So that's like,
Well, it's also
That's a bad thing. We
they
need to
have
learn how to
their
compete.
brains
in
Exactly.
in their
yeah.
hands now. They don't have to absorb it.
Yeah,
They don't have
yeah,
to learn
true.
anything.
Yeah.
Like I feel that we're in idiocracy right now, and it's not that it's dumb people doing all the breeding, but it's people purposely dumbing themselves down. Because I mean, like I just think like the very first thing that I always think of is like phone numbers. Like how I was your age, I can remember everybody's phone number.
Yeah. My
it's
parents
locked
talk about
in.
that.
And now I don't remember. I don't even know my own phone number. Like someone was asking, I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't know. Is it 586?"
Yeah,
568? I mean, like fuck, I don't know.
I don't call myself.
Yeah, right. So it's like, and then when like talking to people, and then like I'll ask somebody something, and then hear their answer, and I'll be like, "This is something you should know."
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna try to correct anybody. I'm not that type of person. But also, I'm like, you are fucking stupid. as fuck. Man.
Yeah. Well, I think kids like nowadays don't like have time alone, solitude, because they're always just engaged in something on their phone. So I feel like they're not able to spend enough time with themselves as they're
Being
growing.
creative.
To even
Have
know
imagination.
and to even know who they really are and what they, I just know there was a lot of times that I had as a kid just being alone that I feel like helped me figure out who I was. Whereas if I was just looking at a screen all of that time, I guess I wouldn't have been able
And
to
they're
figure
also
it out.
they're giving everybody the fucking mind of a goldfish with these 15-second.
Sure, yeah.
It's making you.
Oh, and I'm victim of that too,
memories,
dude.
man. There's something about it.
I
dude.
doom scroll way too much just at night. I think it's like I don't want it to be tomorrow because I don't want to work in the morning. So going to sleep will be admitting that it is tomorrow in effect. So it's like I just keep scrolling.
Just to be like,
Just
it's
to
not
just so it's
over
not
yet.
yeah. It's terrible.
I see.
I don't do that.
I
every
get
night,
lost
but-
taking shits. I'm like,
Yeah. To my leg is like asleep.
it's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I'll like we'll have some episodes, and then they may get like 50 views or something like that. But I'll cut that episode up into like 60-second videos, and then each one of those videos will get between 400 and 1,000 views.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And it's just like like our regular shows, like this show right here, isn't content anymore. It's what we get the content from.
Yeah.
So it's really
That
crazy.
is interesting, yeah.
That's the way it's got
Strange.
to be.
The clips are more important than the actual,
You gotta blend in with the
video.
goldfish.
Before I started doing the shorts, I didn't have any 20-somethings at all. Like, they give you the stats of who's watching your channel and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's Gen
that.
X.
And so then, like, I had no 20-somethings whatsoever. And then as soon as I started doing the videos, the shorts, they're the majority of our audience
Sure,
now.
yeah.
So it's really kind of weird, but it also has taken. We were getting 1,000 views an episode for the Saturday show. Tonight's show would have normally gotten 1,000 views. But then I started doing the shorts, and so people just wait for the shorts now. When I talk to somebody, it's like, "Oh yeah, I like your show." It's like, "Oh, you watch your show?" And it's like, "Well, I don't watch the full show. I watch the videos." And I'm just like,
I watched 2 clips, man.
But I also, in a way, as a consumer of tons of different podcasts, I can relate to that too, because there's times where I watch part of a full podcast or I watch a clip of it. So it's one of those things where I see both sides of it. I wish we did have longer attention spans and there's plenty of podcasts that I'll listen to that are 2 or 3 hours, but then there's times where it's like, I'd rather just digest this in a 10-minute clip or whatever. So, but
too short attention spans.
too short attention spans.
All right.
Thank
So,
you, guys.
what's your upcoming gigs?
Let's see. I've got one thing in Knoxville on November 10th.
Hell yeah.
And then a few other shows in November. I don't think I have anything booked for December at all, but I've got like 4 or 5 shows in November. So
Are you still running the show at that one?
that brewery, yeah,
What was it
that's
called?
actually one of the shows at
Which was
Zahn's
that?
Brewery.
Zahn's, yeah. Hell yeah.
CZANN. Yeah, it's over in the
Oh, yeah,
Nations. That's
Zahn.
where I live. So it's like right by my house, and it was the only place that I could find to accept a show. So I was
Dude,
like, all right.
hey,
Fucking
take
A,
it.
man.
Yeah.
It's a short
Show's a
drive.
show.
Exactly, it's right there. Yeah,
It's better than driving an hour.
That's right. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. This has
Fuck
been fun.
yeah.
Appreciate you coming.
All right,
Not
let's
bad,
do it.
bud.
Oh, I already did it, but
Oh, you already did it?
Yeah,
Shoot.
yeah.
All right,
Cheers,
let's do
there you
it.
go.
There we go.
Sean,
There it
brother,
is.
appreciate you, man.
Of course.
Thank you for coming out.
Y'all
Hell
good one.
yeah,
All right, let's
dude.
give it up one more time for Sean Griffin.
Sean Griffin.
All right, here's our next person,
Evan.
Evan. Ladies and gentlemen, new to the show, give it up for Evan Burke.
Gosh, I'm so excited to be here. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Evan. Spell it EVAN. I got to spell it for y'all. I got coffee earlier today, and they spelled my name EVEN. Because that's me, Evan Burke, right there. Can you imagine? You hear me say Evan, you write down Even, and you don't think, well, that's odd. It's my best joke. I start with it, so I like to get us going off on a hot start. On the way out of the coffee shop, I saw a sign that said, "Stop human trafficking in Nashville." Yeah. Personally, I'm taking on a more pressing cause, which is to stop human traffic in Nashville altogether. There's too many of us people. I've got places to go, people to sell. All right. I'm a busy entrepreneur out here. Got stuff going on. We are in Nashville. I don't know if y'all are, but we are. I don't know if we're country music fans out there in the internet. I'm a country music fan. I love country music. I do. I like pop country, though. Not a popular take. I like pop country. I was just road tripping with one of my buddies. He had us listen to classic country like Hank Williams, Jamie Johnson. I was like, dude, have you heard of Post Malone? I mean, now that is country. That's what I'm looking for. I like singing a song about singing another song. That's the songs that I'm looking for. I'll sing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. But I do love country music. I'm Jewish. Jews love country music. That's a fun fact about Jews. No one knows that, but Jews love country music. Yeah, the first concert I ever saw was Big and Rich. Yeah, I hadn't even heard one of their songs. I was into them just from the band name. I mean, Jews rich, you get it. That's an easy sell. We're all about that. I mean, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, that was their big song. Jews are passionate about saving. That song was actually going to be called Save a Horse, Invest in Cattle. It was going to be a wealth management anthem, but then they pivoted last minute. I don't know why. Big and Rich was on tour with Brooks and Dunn, which is actually short for Brookstein and Dunn Schwartz. Those guys are huge Jews, actually. Yeah, they went from failing the bar to playing the bars. They were going to be a law firm, but then country music came calling. And, yeah, I love Brookstein and Dunn Schwartz. They're one of my favorites. The first country song I heard that really touched me was that song Red Dirt Road by Brooks and Dunn, which is a song, ironically enough, about finding Jesus. Can you guess where? On a red dirt road. That's right. That's another reason why Jews love country music. It's because country artists love singing about Jews. Well, one in particular, Jesus. They love singing about Jesus. I don't know why. They're letting a Jew, country artists are letting a Jew take the wheel out here way too often. Maybe you should drive. Yeah, but I didn't know how to tell my mom that I loved this song, Red Dirt Road, about finding Jesus. I didn't know how to tell my mom this in elementary school because, we're Jews. We're not supposed to be talking about Jesus. And I never understood that as a Jew because Jesus is like one of our OGs. You know what I mean? Like he's like the Jew of all Jews when you think about it. I mean, that's like, I don't get why we don't talk. That's like being a Yankee fan and not talking about A-Rod. It's like, listen, you had him. You had him. You maybe didn't make the most of it, but you did have him for a while. You got to own that. I didn't know how to tell my mom that I loved this song. And at the time, it's middle school, so me and all my friends were all hiding something from our moms. Most of my friends are hiding the fact that they're listening to, like, rap music from their moms, explicit content. I was out here hiding Christian content from my mom. I'd go to school, talk to my buddy. I'd be like, yo, dude, what are you up to this weekend? My buddy Brian would be like, yo, dude, I'm grounded, actually. I'd be like, what'd you do? He's like, yo, my mom caught me listening to that Eminem song. The one where he murders his own mother. So I'm grounded. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. I'm grounded too. I mean, my mom caught me deepening my relationship with Jesus Christ. So a little bit different, but kind of the same. And he was like, yeah, dude, that's messed up, man. We should murder our moms. I was like, whoa, Slim Shady. No, we need to get you on a red dirt road is what we need to do. He's like, yeah, so we can bury our moms. I'm like, all right, Marshall, let's go to gym. Guys, I'm Evan Burke. Thanks for having me here on the Deliciously Nothing podcast. I'm going to come over there now.
Everybody, come sit down, buddy.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to the show, man.
Would you like to do a shot with the Reverend?
I do.
All
do.
Did we give you a sticker?
I did. Oh, I got 2 stickers.
That's good.
Nick gave me a
Whoa,
second
whoa,
one.
you only get one.
Well, no,
sir.
he gave me a second one, and you know Jews. I mean, we're not gonna.
Oh,
I'm not
dude,
gonna
take as many
I'm not
as
gonna
you
not
One,
take.
sell one.
I'm not gonna not take it.
Now, what kind of Jew are you? Are you the third level Jew, or you're also a religious Jew? Or are you just Jewish by ethnicity, or what kind of Jew are you?
So, I mean,
There's like 7 types of Jew.
there's lots of Jews out there for sure, and I'm definitely
You're not the mega Jew.
no. I mean, so I would say I'm not the bottom tier. And again, I feel like the Jews,
which is
billionaire. I would say the bottom tier, and this is not me ranking Jews in terms of being great or not. This is me ranking them in terms of how religious they are. Bottom tier is going to be your atheist Jew.
Okay.
Because listen, even an atheist Jew is a Jew because it's
A
like
Jew-hating Jew.
yeah, because it's like
So
Judaism.
where does Ronit fit in this scale?
Well, no, she's not atheist. I think she believes in a higher power. But it's like there's always talks about is Judaism a race or a religion, right? And so if it's a religion, then you can say, well, I don't believe in God. Then it's kind of like, well, the religious, but there is a racial component to it. So I'd say bottom tier is going to be your atheist Jew. Tier above that, where I think I sit, is just going to be like your Jew that believes in God, but you know, do I go to temple a lot? No. Am I out here reading my Siddur, my book of prayers? No. Can I read Hebrew? No. Was I bar mitzvahed? Yes.
Are you circumcised?
100%.
All
Come
right.
on now.
To
Let's do
circumcision.
that. To circumcision.
There you
Listen.
go, dog.
Cheers.
Are you circumcised?
Yes.
Are you circumcised?
I thought Nick was about to throw one of those lies on us again, where he's like, "Yeah," and we're like, "Are you?" And he's like, "Nah." No, that's what we were about to get. We didn't let our friend answer.
I'm Christian.
Do you have
It
your
is-
foreskin or do you not have your
I do
foreskin?
not have that nasty ass.
Okay, so then you're
That's what I'm
circumcised.
talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about people. I mean, that I feel like that came from the Jews. So listen.
I was born in a Jewish memorial hospital, so I think they don't even ask at that point. I think
No.
they just do it.
They just do it.
Yeah.
Which is better to actually have it done in the hospital, I think, because I had a bris. I don't know if you know what a bris is, but
Where they
that's
do it after.
where they do it
At the
after
church?
at your house
home, yeah.
around
Oh,
all your friends and
dude.
family, and they bring in a guy called a moil,
I'm loyal.
and he cuts it and then uses his mouth to seal the wound. Oh no! It's very weird. We know. Oh dear. That's what I had.
Who wants to do
it
that
looked, I mean, it
job?
kind of looks a lot like that at the end. That's what mine did, at least. I was blessed from the beginning, but
Hell yeah, dog.
no.
It's good to know.
I'm kidding.
I don't know who like.
Is
did
that that's like every Jew sacrifice to
Yeah.
the bris?
That-
No, it's
that's
a wild-
your-
it's
that-
wild.
That's your
What's the
thing.
fucking point?
That's the
That's your
thing.
sacrifice to God or whatever.
And
That's
I don't-
it, yeah.
And I don't know the point. I'd like to do more research on that.
Oh,
Because I was
know.
actually talking to somebody that said, a Jewish person that just had a child, and they said that they want to give their child the choice. So they decided not to circumcise them, and then they're going to
Let
give
them
them the
have
choice later on in life. And I'm like, who later on in life is like, let's...
I totally need penis surgery now.
Yeah, like now's
Yeah.
the time. I'm like, that's going to hurt them then. I mean, there's something about doing it young, but it does traumatize you early, I think.
Well, it's just
So-
when I wasn't raised too religious, so growing up, there's a point where it's like, why is there a scar on my cock? It's just like, you've got this
Yeah.
big scar on my cock that goes the circumference of it. Like, what happened to my dick that I don't remember? Then when you find out what a circumcision is, you're like,
Good point.
all right.
Do you also have like a weird scar on your cock somewhere?
I do.
Dude, we all
I do.
do. And that's something we don't talk about, though.
Yeah.
Is like
The Brotherhood of the Scar.
the brotherhood of the scar. And like, what is it's like, like it's like getting your palm read. Read my scar. What does that say?
You had a rough time.
Suckle my scar.
Yeah. I want to know where I'm headed in life.
So what's the next step of Jew?
Okay, so the next Jew above that is probably going to be
The Hasidic.
no, you're Reformed Jew, still someone that would go to my synagogue, but they're more actively involved, like they're there all the time. Then above that, you have the conservative Jews, which are kind of like the in-betweens, the cool, kind of laid back, still very assimilated into everyday life. But when they're home,
probably very observant of a lot of the Jewish principles and practices, but you would never know kind of just hanging out with them.
Sure.
And then the step above that is going to go Orthodox, which is going to be like the most observant and religious Jew that you have. That is still very much a part of regular society, but like it's very strict. Like they won't eat off of a plate they won't eat like meat off of a plate that's ever had dairy on it.
Okay.
So in a house
But
like,
how would they know?
well, they like take it that seriously that like they might ask you, or they bring their own stuff. Like if they're traveling in their own house, they have 2 separate sets of dishware, all that stuff. Then the step above that, you're going to get the Orthodox Hasidic, and even among them, they have tiers. I mean, because sometimes you have Orthodox Jews that look Orthodox, right? They're dressed, but then you talk to them, and they're not nearly as they're not so absorbed in all of the prayer and the ritual and the.
So who's the Jew boogeyman?
Oh, who's the Jew boogeyman? I mean,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein's the Jewish boogeyman, I think.
So I mean, I'm just saying.
I think that got decided.
The devil, Lucifer, the morning star.
Oh, like who do we fear?
Yeah, who's the
Oh, that's a good point, right? Because they always say like Jews don't believe in hell, so we don't necessarily believe in who. I mean, honestly, I don't know. That's a great.
Yeah, I don't
question.
have no boogeyman.
Yeah, who are y'all? Who are you? Who is it? Y'all versus Hitler. Hitler's the Jewish boogeyman.
That's the boogeyman?
That's the boogeyman.
There we go.
No,
enough.
I'm trying to think who would be. I mean, really, I think anyone. I mean, if you are at temple and you're listening to like a rabbi and you're like reading the books, I mean, really anyone that wants to destroy the land of Israel technically would
that's the
fall
evil
under the
is.
Jewish
So it's-
the boogeymen.
See, y'all
That's
reckon-
kind of who they.
You recognize evil as in humans, not an actual entity.
I think human nature. I think, not necessarily humans, but I think Jews ultimately see all humans as good, but understand like
There's
we
some of
wrestle.
them's got beast
You
in
wrestle
them,
with
yeah.
human nature, and like the good and the evil lives in all of us, and you have to recognize that in people, and you know it's.
So what's the end game for the?
yeah. Well,
You get to go to heaven,
Yeah.
or something like that. All the
Well,
same thing. We're all talking about the same damn
well,
thing.
you know what's
pretty much?
interesting
Well,
is
it's Old Testament.
Yeah.
yeah, but living in Tennessee and being around a lot of people and just hearing a lot of thoughts, like even in my set I say like I don't understand why why we cut Jesus out of the conversation. Like it's so bizarre going to temple my whole life and we don't talk about Jesus, arguably the most talked about Jew in history. And it just kind of blows my mind. And so recently I've adopted a bit more of a mindset that's like the Old Testament and the New Testament create one complete Bible, one complete collection of thoughts and words, and
For this day and age.
yeah, and it's all kind of
I
applicable.
think I can almost answer your question.
But I'm more of a like
I'd always heard that the Jews don't recognize Jesus as the Messiah, so maybe that's why they don't want to recognize him at
Right.
all. If they consider him a false
Well, they
prophet or
also-
fake, you know what I mean?
yeah.
They don't want to also take the blame for killing Jesus
Right.
too.
And also he came, and when you think about what Jesus was preaching, he was preaching a totally different way of life, a totally different way of looking at things. And you look at anyone that comes into the world preaching a different way, even then there was like a matrix that you had people come in trying to break people out of. And,
Yeah.
you always say, history always kind of looks on that person like they might have been right.
They do.
In the
I'm not-
moment, we're
Sometimes.
demonizing that person.
Sometimes.
I'm not a
Yeah.
religious guy, but in the 90s when we started getting a lot of the Kurdish communities over and talking to a lot of them, I was very surprised that not only did they believe in Jesus, the one thing that they don't believe in Jesus is that he was a son of God, but they believe in him as a prophet, which was really kind of
Yeah.
That's the
odd
same with
because-
Islam. Islam thinks the same
that's
way.
what I'm talking about.
They recognize Jesus
Yeah.
as a
That's what I'm talking
prophet,
about, yeah.
but they just don't
They
recognize him
don't-
as Allah.
a son of God.
Yeah.
Well, it was a son of
But
God.
but then you get to a point where you're like, well, what's the difference between? And we're all sons and daughters of,
When you
and we're all
look at it-
channeling this energy. So it's like I look at someone like Moses, I look at someone like Jesus, someone like Muhammad, and I'm like,
But you just hit it there.
I'm like,
The
y'all were
stories.
all onto
It's
something.
history almost.
Y'all were
That's
all onto something. Y'all were all channeling this energy. And
it comes down to the prophets, because when you look at it, it's all the same God.
Mm-hmm.
They're the Christians, the Jews, the Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
They're all worshiping the same God. Where it comes down to, though, is the belief system that they have put forth by the prophets they had. So supposedly, the Jews had
There could be
Moses.
some bias in there
The
too.
Christians, of course, had Christ, and then of course, you had Mohammed for the Islam, and so it really comes down to like the teachings from the teacher, but they're all the same God that they're praying to. So it's really kind of crazy how you have these holy wars that have lasted the last several thousand years.
My God's better than your God.
But it's the same God,
fucking
yeah.
motherfucker, man. Like,
but they
that's where I see evil as in the entity, the devil, or whatever, Lucifer, blah, 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 entity there that's pitting religions against people.
Well, and it's and again, that's
Maybe there's that
people
one
that are in
true
power-
whatever out there, but something's fucking
The biggest-
watering the rest of it down. Like the government does when something comes out.
I mean,
They
the
throw
big-
out as much bullshit whenever something real happens. Then they just throw out crazy stuff to make it sound all crazy. You gotta water it down. That's part of it. Put the fire out. Water. Yeah.
I mean, the biggest threat to people in power is everyone
Yes.
realizing their commonality, and
'Cause-
the fact that we're all sons and daughters of God, capable of incredible things. You know what I mean? It's like that's their. So yeah. I mean, I'm a massive conspiracy theorist.
Oh,
and,
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
mean,
say that's something
what's
we
your
can
favorite
dive
conspiracy?
into real quick,
Oh my
dude.
gosh!
There's so
Which one
many.
do you
there's
love the most?
So many.
What this week, last week, what happened last week?
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, I would say one that I think is big, personally, is what was it? Project or Operation Paperclip or whatever, where
Okay.
after World War II, basically the remaining Nazi scientists kind of came over to America, and I think that there
What'd
was
they
something
do?
that was
They
decided.
sent half of them to Hollywood, or 1/3 at least, and the other one's the science for the fucking NASA and all that shit.
Yep, and I think that it was decided
Propaganda.
basically you can't kill people literally anymore, but you can kill them spiritually. And I think that there has just been massive, sophisticated operations deployed
Yes,
on
take
this
away all
country
culture.
to
Culture-
destroy people's spirituality, their connection to a higher power, and everyone is just so in their own heads and not really tapping into
You're right,
like
dude.
the spiritual world that
Cult-
is available
people's
to everybody.
cultures are being destroyed as we speak.
Yeah. So as much as I kind of really do love this country and love living here and love a lot of the
But
freedoms
it's
that
a
come with it,
mixture of a
it's,
lot of cultures, though. Those cultures can all coexist.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of America.
it's hard to not feel like
It's a great experiment. You know?
so it's hard not to feel like we're all really being deprived of things that are totally available, should be available, but we're being deprived of them for the benefit of those that want to kind of keep us powerless and unmotivated and not tapped into being proud of
Well,
who we are. You
That's
know?
what's
Really
been happening.
part of a bigger conversation, because
Yeah.
it really kind of goes like,
Then you started talking about whether how much ahead of technology are they releasing at the time.
well, it's,
Because I heard these touch-tone phones, the technology they had in World War II.
Right.
So they took that long to let us have the phones in our hands. Come on, man. They get to play with it first.
Right.
They get to play with it first, and then when somebody figures out, okay, we'll let them have this now.
well, that goes
They get to play with the internet. now.
Right.
that goes to DARPA. I mean, if you ever really want to know, like, just go on a rabbit hole about DARPA, and that's where that
yeah.
comes from.
Yeah. So, but that's just one conspiracy I'm into. But another one that I love is this guy. What's his name? Dr. Stephen Greer, the UFO guy. Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Just CE5 in general. I've done a few CE5 events where I've gone out into a field with people, meditated, tried to summon interdimensional beings, and some lights showed up. I mean, we had some things pop up. Nothing came super close, nothing that we could see, but you just look at the sky and you kind of just see lights dancing, and but really a big believer in
That goes into
in
Project
that.
Bluebeam.
I think that guy is
Are you a
100%
believer in
right.
aliens, or you believe in the acknowledged project where the government is going to
Bluebeam? So
Right.
I think Blue Beam is accurate, but I also believe that Dr. Stephen Greer, through meditation, is summoning interdimensional beings. Not totally aliens, but something.
I believe he's the one that came out was the one that back in the day was taking the chips out of people. Like they was
Oh yeah, like aliens were.
they were finding chips.
They were finding
moving
chips in
around.
people.
They'd get them,
Yeah.
fucking pull them out of it. They'd test them. And it's like
People
we don't
would-
even have this material on this fucking planet. Like what are these?
Wow.
This ain't on the periodic fucking table.
People who
you know what I mean?
yeah, people who claim to have been abducted had materials in them that like just don't exist on Earth.
Yeah, Greer's been around
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, and the thing I like about him is that his whole thesis changed. At one point in like 1992, he did
got one of these.
in 1992 he did the big whole disclosure project at the press club in DC. He presented a bunch of information about aliens, but then over the years, as he's learned more, as he's talked more, he's been like, guys, this is actually what I've learned. Is that these aren't totally aliens, where they're interdimensional beings. It's all tied into the Bible. You can communicate to anything through meditation, and then it leads to going through and then, him kind of discovering even commonalities that every living organism in the universe has with one another. Us, like it's such a bizarre. I just like that his thesis has changed. He hasn't been like it's this way.
So he's
no
evolved.
way. Yeah, he's evolved his thinking.
Well, what they're saying that the likelihood of there being aliens being interstellar and coming from like vast distances is probably unlikely, just because of the fact that why haven't we come across the superhighway of aliens going from point A to point B?
Maybe we're a private island type show.
The likelihood that it is something as far as us being interdimensional, or the fact they said that we could probably
It's a whole different theory there.
figure out time travel before we could figure out going the speed of light. So there's this thing, I don't know if you guys remember
Philadelphia experiment.
Well, okay, so that's cool too, but there's this thing called the bell from or Die Glocke.
The Nazi bell.
The Die Glocke, the bell, and what they're saying that is actually one of the first time travel capsules, and it actually disappeared at the end of the war. Well, where they think that it actually popped up was in 1965 in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, where a lot of people were talking about this acorn thing that had popped up. That had, but the way that they described it was the exact description of the Nazi bell, and they actually think that the bell actually left Nazi Germany in 1945, but also popped up 20 years later in 1965 in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania.
I saw something about that. The other thing about bells. Every town used to have a bell. And they say that people used to not be sick and all this shit because they would ring the bell, and there's something about the sound vibrations on these real old school bells that now everyone you found is fucking cracked.
Right.
And it's been done on purpose. You can find the bells, but you will not find a bell, these old bells that were made intact. Same with some of these fucking organs in churches. You will not find these. There is no make that another one of those. You know what I mean? That's how fucking crazy some of the previous civilizations before us, before I guess the last reset had or whatever. But the same motherfuckers have been in charge the whole fucking time. That's the problem.
Well,
And they just pit us against each other with red, blue. Everything's red, blue. You go look. This gas station's red. That station's blue. This person's blue. That person's red. I mean, everything's fucking to pit us against each other.
I mean, RFK Jr., what do you say? The most profitable thing in America is a sick child. So just keep people sick.
Ain't that sick, though? Just think about that.
And it's so
sick.
right. And we
That's
all.
sick.
And that's the thing is, we're all sitting here and we know that is the corporate strategy of like
Yeah.
all of these
Customers,
companies in America.
you don't cure people. You need customers.
America don't run on Duncan. It runs on cognitive dissonance. That is what it runs
We
on.
could do a whole show about the for-profit system and why society could work but doesn't because of
Greed.
It comes down to wage theft. It comes down. We could do 2 hours.
Yeah, we
on
gotta
that.
stop.
So yeah,
We gotta stop.
we got other people.
Yeah, I'm
here.
sorry, we got other people here. This is comedy.
Evan, man, definitely come out on a Wednesday show, man, when we do sit down for a couple hours and fucking talk.
I want to.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely come out and
Sit,
and
we'll
that
do
would be great.
conspiracies.
Bring a list of what
We'll
you
talk
want to talk
about.
about.
Oh man, we're gonna solve the world's problems. That's what we're doing.
Nope.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me, y'all.
Evan.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, one more time,
Thank you.
Evan Berg.
Evan
Oh,
Berg.
man.
All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming out. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Nick, who's next on the list, bro? Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tony Capo G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Yes, it's been a minute since I've been over here, and I look drastically different since the last time I was here. So those who may not remember, last time I was here, I had shoulder-length hair down to the middle of my back, and a big mountain man beard. I basically looked like Aquaman if he swam in Flint water. So, yeah. Yeah, so up until maybe a few months ago, I got my first haircut in 5 years. Yeah, and I wore a man bun for all 5 of those years. And I don't know if you guys know this, but having a man bun, that was a wild, interesting experience because, yeah, like guys, if you ever want to wear a man bun, I say do it because you'll be amazed by the amount of people that tell you kill yourself. So what I ended up doing was when I got my hair chopped off, I went to my barber and he chopped it all off. And he says, do what you think looks best, you know? Like I gave him free reign. You know, do what you think looks best on me. And now I look like a gym teacher that'll fight the parents. So that's where I'm at right now. And also during the process, because I had so much hair, I wanted to donate it to Locks of Love. I figured that'd be like a noble act, right? So chopped off all my hair, mailed it in. So, yeah, after I mailed my hair to the Locks of Love people, I in turn received a rejection letter because apparently my hair was too coarse and damaged to turn to a real hairpiece. And, like, that's like, you know, the Locks of Love people are like, look, these kids have cancer, all right? We don't need them looking worse. So, yeah. So the other reason why I chopped off on my hair is because I have entered the military. You're welcome. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited. This is a brand new experience for me. I'm really excited about it, and yeah, that's hence like I chopped off. I buzzed the whole thing, and because it was thinning. I'm 36 years old. My hair was thinning, and it had to go. All right, I did this merely out of necessity and duty, not to tell anybody who I'm voting for. Let me see. But yeah, like entering the military, this is a fun experience, very wild experience. Like, this is, yeah, it's definitely a new experience for me. But the other thing is, I'm 36 years old, right? Generally speaking, that's still kind of like on the cusp of youth, right? But in military years, that's what's known as fucking old. Like, and here's the thing, like, I'm going to be serving with people half my age, right? And they have a whole wave of concerns that aren't remotely close to my 30-year-old concerns, right? If they're 18, 19 years old, they're like, oh, I just want to get laid and I want to go to war, World War III. I don't give a shit about Putin. I don't give a shit about China. I'm more afraid about standing up too fast. Or, like when we stand up, everything fades to black for like 2.5 seconds. And then you start thinking, is this how it ends? That's where my brain is at, Like, I'm not afraid about getting shot. I'm afraid about throwing my back out from sneezing too hard. Like you can actually receive medals if you get injured in the line of service, but you don't get them for that. You know how I know this? Because I looked it up. Like I can't be like, achoo, shit. Purple Heart, please. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. I'm gonna be going home soon for the holidays. Those who don't know, I'm actually not from here. I'm from a little place called Walpole, Massachusetts. Ooh, yeah. Walpole is a small town, and
Grandma says take off your shirt.
all right, well, yeah. I mean, I appreciate the fact that I'm making an appearance at Grandma's Spank Bank, but I'm not that kind of man whore. Come on now, throw a couple bucks my way. I'll make it worth your while. I could really use that $5. I'm in the I am in the military after all. So yeah, I come from a small town, Massachusetts, and much like most small towns, we're known for one thing, right? And Walpole is known for Walpole State Prison. Yeah, yeah. Some of you guys like that makes sense. Yeah, I'm aware of the fact with my new appearance, I kind of look like an old 1920s boxer who's like this. That's how I went. I went to jail. I went to jail in that era where, the doctor prescribed me cocaine for my ghosts. So Walpole State Prison is actually one of my neighbors used to work there. He was a guard there. And when I was a kid, I was like, what's it like being around all these dangerous people? It's like, first off, Walpole State is a high security prison, so they don't just let anybody in. I'm like it's a club. You don't have some guy with a velvet rope outside. What are you here for? What, you knocked over a 7-Eleven? Get out of the back of the line. Back of the line. Ooh, Aaron Hernandez, right this way. Oh, so yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for you guys. Thank you all very much. This is fun. Good seeing everybody.
I do think the new look is interesting. When I first saw it, I was like, you do look like the strong man of any traveling circus.
Thank you.
know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I got
I feel like you should have a loincloth on.
during Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a tight loincloth, a big a train
Handlebar mustache.
Yeah, like a railroad baron mustache.
Yes.
And what was that thing?
And
Oh,
the
there's
big dumbbell.
There's actually a movie with Tom Hardy called Bronson, where I was compared to him during Halloween. And,
Dude, as soon as I saw you, I was thinking Vince Vaughn in Cell Block 99.
Huh?
Dude, he's badass in that fucking
I
movie.
haven't seen that. Oh wait.
Dude, just seeing Vince Vaughn with a shaved head, it just throws you for a loop anyways.
Yeah.
And he just proceeds to fucking just be badass. Legit badass.
Yeah. I
He's
can
fucking
definitely
good.
see that. But yeah, the Bronson movie was with Tom Hardy, and it was a biopic about Britain's most notorious prison inmate. And he would get into fights all the time, and he was an artsy sort of guy also. But yeah, he was I think he was a bank robber. He just got into violent spats with just people and the guards. And there's actually one, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's one particular scene in the movie where he fights off a bunch of guards fully naked. and his penis just flopping. I mean, it's definitely a prosthetic for the movie.
But still.
But it was, go back in reference to one of Evan's bits. He was also uncircumcised in this fight. So you just see this, little snuffleupagus just flailing around while getting into a violent, just lots of violence, love, blood, shit.
I gotta ask some military questions. Have you already done basic training?
Not yet. I'm expected to get my BMT dates. I would say within a few weeks, maybe by the end of November. I should know.
Whatever squad you train with, you've got to be the top dog.
Well,
you got to show them up.
Well, I'm with the
for us old guys out here, man. You got to show them up.
I'm with the intelligence squadron, so I'm with all the nerds.
I thought you was gonna be with the 18-year-old.
Oh no,
kids,
don't get me wrong. There is some some scary looking guys in this thing. I mean, this is one guy. He's even more jacked than I am.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and he's we were talking about sups and amino acids and protein intake and best chest day PRs. So
wow.
yeah, there are actually jocks in the intelligence squadron. So the Air Force isn't just a bunch of pencil neck nerds.
I mean, it makes sense. All kinds, really.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a stereotype to think just some little scrawny white man is smarter than everybody else. It don't matter what you look like. It's the brain that's on the inside.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I can only lean into the what's the word? I want to say dunce cap or just a knuckle dragging silverback sort of persona
that's where you
for so long.
knuckle dragging. Man, so how many you guys? It'd be mandatory 4 years, right? Or
6.
6 years?
Yeah, but it's with the Air National Guard, so it's 6 years, whereas like standard Air Force is 4.
Okay. So you won't have to. Hopefully, you'll be on call or wait. You won't have to be thrown into those shit. Hopefully.
Unless something happens.
You know, well, was this plastic or was this actually wood?
Oh, it's wood.
Okay, I was like the way,
You're
like the
good.
texture and like the way it sounded was very concerning. I was like, oh, is this like a symbol for something? But yeah, I mean, you know, that's what all kind of hoping for, like, you know, nothing, you know, pops off or nothing.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
you
me
know,
too,
it
dude.
does grab the opportunity to, dude, traveling is gonna be amazing. You know,
That's
because
going to be the biggest
Yeah.
perk
that's gonna be a
for
huge thing.
That's
Yeah, because
right.
I know a bunch of comics who have also served, and like, you know, they their ability to travel from like not different parts of the country but different parts of the world, and yeah, I'm really looking
Yeah,
forward
some
to
places over there they just want to see an American talk. They might not even understand what the fuck you're even saying.
Yeah,
They just
I
want to look
forget
at
who-
it and laugh. you
Yeah,
know?
I forget who said it, but I think it might have been Corey Knox who's had a bit about how Americans and England, how like the the American accent in Europe just gets people just wet. All the time. Because I also work on Broadway and I get people from all around, a lot of like Brits, a lot of Irish,
Yeah.
and
Hell
the
yeah.
exact opposite is here.
Yeah.
You know, like I guess it depends. You know, like a very posh English accent.
I've heard girls
Like-
before when they
like-
hear a British dude's voice.
Oh yeah,
Square
oh
thing
their
there,
knees
yeah. Like you
buckle,
said, get wet.
sploosh, you know. Yeah. But if they go full Cockney, go, oi, you know, that sort of thing, then it's like, but yeah, we do get a lot of Brits, a lot of Irish people, like legit. The stereotype holds up, as far as drinking goes.
What? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%. I had this one guy. He was like the most Irish-looking Irishman you've ever seen. Like, you know, like cartoon, like AI made this guy. And like, you know, I remember he was like just sitting with his wife at the bar, and like he's just like, you know, I don't even know how many he's knocked back, but he's still standing. You know, he's all like wobbly, but still nothing. You know, nothing to be concerned about. And he, I don't know, he would drink every American under the table. Like, it is like their national sport.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how many times I could say how well the stereotype holds up. Plus, in Europe, like, they have a lower drinking age than we do here, so they kind of get a head start.
Yeah, it's like 13 or 14. So
I don't know about
is it
legally.
18,
Well,
I
technically,
think?
legally, it's 18. But I think, like, you know, depending on like, you know,
Still better
country and
here.
culture, they
Yeah, like
start
21.
kind of like serving more in the home. Like maybe around like 15 or 16, they have like a little wine or wherever.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like if they're just shotgunning, you know.
I'm sure they're just like
You
anywhere else,
can't,
man. We were
can't have your
teenagers.
dessert until you've until you've had your Baileys.
You can't have any beer until you get all the sheep up. Oh, man.
You top that off before you can go to bed.
The whole thing there, though, they do believe in fairies and like a whole different like dimension, basically, like where there is crazy things
where?
Huh?
in Ireland,
Wait,
where
dimension.
the whole
yeah.
leprechauns came from.
Oh,
Like,
that. Oh, it's like,
like
we're
they
talking about-
stuff.
they really
Okay.
believe that
I
shit.
see.
man, from-
Cryptids and shit.
yeah, cryptids basically.
Well, Tony, what's your upcoming gigs, brother?
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna be at the Atlanta Laughing Skull on the 13th of
Hell yeah.
November,
Nice.
and then I think the first Wednesday of December. I think that's the second or third. I'm gonna be down in Chattanooga.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Oh yeah.
yep. That's what I got going on so far.
Well, fucking A, man.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it's good to see you, man. You're
Of
looking
course,
good.
man. Thank you
Fuck
guys
Your,
for
uh,
having me.
Coming.
Your car commercial just popped up the other day on my feed.
Oh, did it?
Where you know how they do the
Oh,
what
there
you
your
did
sticker.
2 years ago or 1 year ago this day thing, and I was like, oh shit, that's the Tony commercial. Like I shared it onto my friend list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So it's
awesome.
pretty badass. So it's weird just seeing you with the hair and the fucking mechanic, and then now there's no hair.
It was actually scary.
It's kind of scary. It's like that's why I thought Vince Vaughn,
with or
Cellbot,
without the hair.
With the hair, you're scary. You're like that. You ever see that like 1980 movie called Maniac?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is that like about a serial killer
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like, have you ever seen Maniac? Like that, just with the hair and everything, and just the stature. That's just what. Like now, like you just look like a dude, but with the hair, like, yeah, you're a little scary.
Yeah.
He did look like Aquaman.
Yeah, do you remember The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
You know, when they get Sean Connery's character out of prison, when he's there, he's like he's all long hair and haggard. Then they prep him up. He looks like a complete gentleman. Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
He goes,
Fantastic.
Yep. I'm gonna say the feel-good movie of the year.
Well, Tony, man, thanks for coming out, man.
My pleasure.
It's been good.
Thank
Let's
you guys
give it
for
up
having
one more
me.
time for Tony.
Tony!
G.I. Joe.
Yay.
All right. All right, who we got on the roster? We got, what, 2 people left?
Yes.
All right, who's
Ian
next?
Miller.
Ian Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, returning champ, Ian Miller. Yeah.
So I saw Trump was on Joe Rogan the other day, and he said he thinks I fucked that up out the gate. Cool. So yeah, no. The other day, Trump was on Joe Rogan, telling Joe he thinks windmills are bad because they're killing the birds. I disagree. I think windmills are good because they're killing the birds. Because if it flies, it spies. A pigeon is just God's favorite drone. Yeah, and honestly, you can just ask anyone from the Middle East. No one appreciates having a UAV just shit on you. I know how I look. I walked into work the other day looking like this, and my coworkers asked if I was leaving them for the police department. Another man asked if I was allowed within 500 feet of a school or a Harley-Davidson dealership. And then one guy just said that I look like I beat the wife I don't have. Which is true, because I'm single. That's not important right now. It might be later. Because absolutely not. I've heard enough conspiracy theories. It's been great. But earlier this year, I finished my degree. Only thing I learned, you don't have to clap for that. I didn't learn anything important. But what I did learn is that bisexuals have the most PhDs out of anybody. Those doctors just know whether it's their sexuality or their degree, someone's going to ask them, but are you really? It's a slow burn, Nick. I appreciate that. The degree's really just been good for work. I got a promotion, and my manager called me in when they were going to give me the raise, and he sat me down and just told me, "All right, son, this is where the rubber hits the road." So in my mind, all right, good. Put childish things behind me. We're going to go from dating strippers to nurses, because they can commit to something for 4 years. That didn't work out too well. I found out all nurses are just real big fans of Mean Girls. And apparently their titties can tell them when it's raining or cheating season. I'm a little slow on that one. That's not the original tag for that shit. But again, we're just here fucking with it. It's good. I'm on the apps. I was on Hinge a while back. And the thing that confused me about Hinge is no one believes Helen Keller was real. And I'm from Alabama. Helen Keller's all over the place. She's from Alabama. I don't know how we fake that. Earlier, Evan was talking about Operation Paperclip and all that. I'm from Huntsville. I've worked in entirely too many buildings named after Nazis to be asked about my nose. I'm an IT guy. That just means I'm autistic, but I'm bad at math. Apparently you can be too social for calculus, and a math class isn't the place for 20 questions. The upside to being an IT guy is I I work for Republican NASA, the Missile Defense Agency, or as history refers to it, Ronald Reagan's xenophobic wet dream after Star Wars. Also not the original tag for that. I don't know where the fuck I was going for that. It's his only wet dream that it's something about I love killing Russians and space. I'm in the Army. It's a great time. I went to Africa earlier this year. Somebody advertises, we're going to NWA, and I thought it was a government-paid trip to Compton. No. Chad was pretty nice, though. Chatty and fried chicken is better than anything I've ever had in America. I think everyone should learn another language, not because you deserve to be bullied by the Duolingo owl, but because you deserve to know that you can strike out in 2 languages, which is fun, especially when you're on these dating apps. I got one last fucking bullshit thing. I'm so sorry. So when I was in Africa, a man got one of my bosses got his PhD from Harvard, which blew my mind because I didn't know you could get a doctorate in government gangbanging. And that was funnier before he told me that his thesis was on the inefficiency of the counterinsurgency policies that we had in place during the surge. Which was a weird way for him to admit to war crimes, but, it worked. All right, y'all have a nice night. My name's Ian Miller. Goodbye.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, my God, dude.
Come have a seat.
You're already man. You seem traumatized.
I'm good.
You're safe. Mike's there, Mike.
Okay.
You're
So
in a
how
safe
you been,
place.
man?
Man, I've been busy. I bought a house the other month.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I found all the problems with the house that I bought the other month. The people that
Ain't that sad? Because you have inspectors go in and post to find all that shit.
it's worse because the people that sold it moved to Europe, but their in-laws live across from me. So every time I find something, I just fucking yell across the street at the old man.
Yeah. Be like,
Your
David,
son's
why
a
did
bastard.
So if I ever see him again, it's on site. By the way, this is a Defend Your Castle in Alabama. I'm pretty sure I can shoot him.
He looked at me wrong.
He did look at me
His
wrong.
son did me dirty.
I was really impressed that y'all could get the singer of Kubla Khan to come and do a set before me. That was awesome. He was a little, at first a little scary. I was expecting,
Tony? Oh, dude, you want to know what my girlfriend calls him? She calls him creatine Tony. This is great.
Now, Tony's been on, since we started the evening of comedy.
Yeah, man.
I think he was one of the first OGs on the first episode.
Mm-hmm. He's done a lot of episodes of the show.
So it's kind of wild now. All of a sudden, watch his journey to where he's going.
Yeah, no hair
in the
is
art.
crazy.
Yeah. It's,
Did you get a sticker?
Yeah, I got a sticker.
Okay.
Thank you.
all right, I got a question. You said you work for NASA or the military?
I'm in the National Guard, and I work for people that are like NASA.
People that don't like NASA?
They're people like NASA. It's a
So-
different thing.
Yeah.
So is it DARPA?
I wish. No, it's nothing cool.
SpaceX.
You go to space.
No, I used to have a joke about fucking walking in this. I would walk around in this NASA T-shirt, and people were like, "Do you work for NASA?" And I don't. I'm honest with them though. I just tell them I'm a slut for science.
Slut.
Yeah, I'm a slut for science. It's
Wow. So you enjoyed the Kubrick film, huh?
No, man. I'll be honest. I've taken a lot. I took a lot of hits to the head when I was young in the army. So you just asked me something, I'm like, I don't remember. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of tism just bouncing around in my head right now.
Wow.
Hey, we all got some tisms, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so is it you said you fire missiles or something?
It's the Missile Defense Agency. So they do a lot of the research and development for to make sure rush in. Nobody can like hit us with a nuke or something.
In Alabama?
Yeah, Redstone is a huge. So Redstone
You
is
got like a
just
firing range where you can like shoot and stuff. I mean, how does this work?
There are some, yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah.
How often do you get to practice?
Oh, I don't do fuck all. I do IT for them, dude.
So you don't need to. Okay.
I know. I'm like, oh, cool. I saw that video that we did. That was awesome.
So you're like our last line of defense whenever AI takes over. You got to try to override it. When Skynet goes live.
I wish.
My
job for
AI, are you
We're close, man.
Are you scared about the rollout in 2025 with the new Optimus robots?
20 grand, man.
I mean, it's not Megatron, so like that's
Not yet.
that's something.
All right, let me ask you. All right, so like,
it's not that cool yet.
there's robots. There's humanoid robots. You can buy them for 20 grand.
Yeah.
Why are you buying them? Are you buying a butler? Are you buying a maid? Are you buying a nanny? Or are you buying your replacement to send into work? Are you going to show up to work one day and then half the people there are going to be robots because the other people are like, putting in their substitutions for 20 grand?
Dude, I could send my robot to work for me.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Man, they're just gonna fire you or replace you with it. Like we're already having people get replaced with any sort of automation. That's why there's so much fucking. There's no cashiers at some of like the WalMarts at Huntsville.
Yeah, they tried that in our area, and everybody went.
Everyone's just stealing shit. Yeah.
Everybody went still to the same 2 lanes. It just made it more.
That's what they
cluster.
do now. So like the Walmart over here, they opened up all these U scans. Everybody was going through there stealing. So now the U scans are always closed, and now all their lines are opened. So it was cheaper to actually just fill the lines up like they were supposed to in the beginning, dude.
Hey, some people had to survive. I could see it having to make up for the difference of inflation. It's like I've got 5 kids. They still got to eat. All right, so that didn't get swiped. I didn't do it personally, but I could see if you need to eat, you need to eat.
Dude, last January when my fucking roommate fucking bailed out on me and shit, man, there was a moment where I was like, but then like I'm not gonna like steal hamburger meat. Like if I know I'm gonna go in there and fucking like swipe something, man, it's gonna be good. So I like get the 2-pack of ribeyes. No one saw it. Good, I'm gone. Fuck it.
You got the label with a can of corn in front of it.
Yeah, exactly. No, you can't get away. They got AI on the things now. Wow. So there was a point where I remember going up to the U-scan and I had a coffee in my hand. And I set the coffee down over to the right side where the bags are. All of a sudden, the machine shut everything down and called the dude over for like possible theft. I was like, I just walked the fuck up here. What the fuck? And so it literally played back the clip from the possible theft, and it was literally me setting down my coffee that I gotten from McDonald's and shit. And like I'm just like, well, that's kind of fucked up, especially that it lights up and like people could turn around and look at you like, oh, possible theft, thief, and all I did was set down my fucking coffee.
Technically, you're not stealing until you exit the doors, the front doors.
Supposedly, yeah.
So anyways, they couldn't really got you.
Well, yeah, but also, if you're accused of stealing before you head out, let's just say like they walk up and you say, "Hey, sir, what do you got in your pocket?" And you don't actually have anything in your pocket. I mean,
sue the shit out.
You can sue the shit out of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they don't want to fuck with you once you get past the doors.
They told me when I remember I was a store manager for Kmart, and pretty much they told the loss control that we had in the building that once they pretty much made it off the sidewalk, that they were gone. Like, don't even bother, because at that point they can get to.
They don't want to be liable for that person to turn around now and shoot you.
I was about to say they get shot, or ran down. Like I've seen people get run down before and shit.
I know they because I had to. My degree was under the business college, so I had to take a bunch of like IT nerds without any social skills being in business classes on its own was a fun experience, just making people uncomfortable. But a lot of these big companies like Walmart and them, their corporate headquarters has it written in like there's an acceptable amount of money that they just assume is going to happen for people stealing from them. So that's one reason why they don't pursue it.
But then again, though, if they catch them, like, there's always loss prevention guys walking around.
It depends.
And if they catch you stuffing something down, they got you dead to rights. So they come over here and pull that out of you, because that's definitely a concealing intent to steal.
There's some places like Walmart could be really, really bad depending on, like, there's some places like here they'll prosecute for anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it's really kind of crazy, like, 'cause
California is just a mad grab right now. Anything under $1,000 in certain spots.
Well, that's because they set those lines that they're not even going to call the police or anything up until that point. So here it's different. I think, you have to see them stealing, and then it's got to be a certain amount of money. I think it's got to be like $500 or more before you can even call the cops. So unless they're stealing like a TV, there's really not much you can do other than recover whatever items.
Yeah, because if it's under 500, it's a
So they don't even
misdemeanor.
do petty
Something
theft
like
no
that.
more around here?
No, I mean, basically it's a liability thing. So I remember the last time I ever chased someone down, there was a cop. I was at Kmart running out of the building. There was a Hardee's that was across the parking lot. There was a cop there. And so I was literally chasing this dude down, and then, like, the cop was there. So I yelled at the cop, and so the cop put his hands on him and everything. And so, like, the cop got pissed off that dude really wasn't stealing anything. It's like, I'm liable now. I put my hands on this guy. And he stole, like, 2 DVDs or some bullshit like that. So they don't even want to get involved unless it's actually something, that they can go to court for.
It's got to be a felony.
But if they put their hands on somebody and say they didn't steal anything, that was worth, going to jail over, but then say they got hurt by that cop, and then that cop is liable, and they don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah.
Because then he would get sued and lose his job.
You want to do a shot?
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, dude.
So how long have you been in this the IT gig?
About 10 years. 10 years, because I've been in the Guard about 12, and this was like the job that the Army taught me. So that's just I came home and almost immediately found me a job, which has been pretty sweet.
Very nice.
Pay good?
Yeah, now it does. Early on, dude.
Not for the military.
It's a good pay.
Yeah.
There you go, dude.
When I was 18, I done like lawn mowing and shit like that. So not good paying gigs, or even consistent ones.
Yeah.
So I really thought, yeah, man, working for like Government Geek Squad, making $12, $13 an hour was big balling.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, back then.
Yeah, back then.
Remember, money. When you stretch money a little further back then, you can now.
I also found out that like I worked for my first employer was a Alaskan Oil Corporation. They were an Inuit tribe that would pop up, and one year instead of raises, they came and told us a whale can provide 100,000 meals.
A whale?
Yeah, a
What, they
whale.
gonna give you a whale?
No, they were just trying to say like, here's a random fact. By the way, maybe next year you'll see that. Then they told us next year you might see the fruits of your labor. So y'all like the Inuit tribe will eventually eat good, but right now, Blue Cross Blue Shield told us that hey, our rate's going up because it was of Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah. I had one employer. The Prime lost the contract, and I was coming home from a deployment, and these guys just skipped town.
Wow.
But they're still not as bad as the $12 an hour people that told us
They
that.
just skipped to like the whole business?
Yeah, like they were already from Virginia, contracting people in Huntsville. The company that was our primary lost the contract, and then these guys, I don't know if they said they were like going bankrupt or whatever, but I know my old boss stopped answering emails, stuff like that, and then the new company came into work, cut us out of some bonuses and stuff like that, and they were like, hey man, like you can try to get a hold of your old boss, but they're shut. No, nothing's happening. You're not going to get a hold of them.
So you probably didn't get those last few paychecks, or
Man, I was
so
excited.
your boss just like dipped.
Oh yeah, like they went under. That nonprofit went under. Don't know why they were contracting, but yeah, I had to find because for like my security clearance, I had to submit like my old tax documents and stuff like that, and having to find those W-2s. There was one year, was like I don't know where it is, but so here's this random gap.
wow.
But
Just tell them, I was like, hey man, these guys. They
Oh, yeah,
they
was-
fucking a lot of people over or something. You
was-
wasn't the only employee.
It wasn't terrible. Like after that, I started getting better IT jobs. That now I get to be remote most of the time. That's pretty sweet.
Hell yeah. Always good.
It'd be
So what-
sweeter if my cat didn't piss everywhere.
Oh fuck that cat.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, knew it.
Are you a
Teach that
cat
cat how to
person?
pee in the box.
I got my cat when in 23 because he was easier to hide from a landlord than a dog would have been, and my apartments had that pet rent bullshit.
Wow.
And
They
now,
can smell a cat though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I stopped caring. I was right over the resident, or not the resident, the display unit. So like they definitely heard that motherfucker just shooting through the place while I was at work most days. But there were so many old people in that complex that no one ever sold me out. It was great. I had to wash off the walls of where he would like get it. There was a fireplace for some reason in this apartment, and he would go fuck around in the fireplace and then jump on the walls like he's Tony Hawk or some shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
like soot everywhere.
yeah, there was just soot and stuff. So I was just like getting wet paper towels and wiping the walls off before people came by to inspect it when I was moving out.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, they never called me and tried to hit me with extra fees, and he definitely fucked up the carpet in some of the rooms. So.
Yeah, I definitely remember that. I had cats for a few years in a couple different apartments, and it was the same thing. They would
I don't like cats.
mess with the couches. They
Yep.
would tear up the
cats.
carpet.
I don't mind a cat outside because I live out in the woods. Kind of keeps mice because it's field
Yeah,
mice.
yeah.
That's fine. But I
Yeah.
just don't want a cat. I don't really want any animal inside the house, except for maybe a fish or something. You know,
That's not an animal.
that's still not an animal.
He's more
It's
like
okay to
a
eat fish.
roommate.
They don't have feelings.
Yeah.
It was fine. I guess the people that I bought this house from had like at least 2 cats, because any room that he really smells those old fucking cats, like they sold me
So
furniture and
fucking
shit,
cat.
and I didn't think anything of like buying an old bed and mattress from them. I found they put like a new mattress topper on it, and I was like, why is my cat pissing on this thing all the time? I took it off the other day. There's just cat piss stains from their cats and shit. So I'm trying to flip shit out the window. I'm mad as hell.
Yeah.
Old man
my
across the
God.
street's like, oh, we found another thing today. Gotta hit that. The husband's dad and his grandpa live like across the street from me, and I just like some days I just see him outside like, all right, cool, please go inside so I can go run or something. I fucking hate you. I hate you.
Yeah,
He's such a piece
that's
of shit.
that's the one thing that sucks about being so close to people.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there is old people, because old people ain't got nothing to do
No.
but to mind your business and look at you. You know, even if they don't ever talk to you, they look at you.
I met these people because after I closed on the house, they just gave me a bag of keys. And they just gave me a bag of keys.
One of these, man.
And,
We don't know which one it is.
like the one that we had viewed the house with was the Spider-Man key or whatever. And I'm texting my realtor who's like, this fucking key don't fucking work. All right, sweet. Trying out other
Keeping that
keys.
one.
And they're just looking around like, what you got going here? It's like, well, I just bought this house. And like, oh yeah, no, that was our son. I'm like, cool. Hey, the keys don't work. Like, yeah, just rotate through them. And those dudes have like old like Alabama accents. Their son has like some Dutch accent, and it doesn't make any sense now that I'm like.
What is that about?
They
That's so strange.
he was like moving. Him and his wife was from Florence. I guess they met at UNA or something. But I guess he like lived in France near like the Belgian border, so he picked up this accent just
Dutch
enough to
accent.
go pick up some girl that plays Warhammer. And
That's true love.
Interesting.
That's
yeah,
true love. You play Warhammer with a chick, then that's true love.
we were at closing like talking about Warhammer and D&D podcasts and stuff, and all the realtors were very uncomfortable, not knowing what the fuck was going on. Well, apparently you shouldn't just talk about. I really enjoy Dungeons and Daddies in a room full of like attractive women just trying to sell this house. And you're like, oh no, it's not. It's in the title, not a BDSM podcast.
Yeah,
Nice.
probably
Yeah.
not.
We didn't think anything of it.
Dungeons and that's a real
Dungeons
podcast,
and Daddies.
dude.
Dude, it's pretty good.
Dungeons and Daddies.
Fantastic.
Yeah, if you don't like
Love that.
more of just humor and less heavy on the D&D, season one's pretty good. There's so many dad jokes. They've got a woman that's a comedian in California, Beth May. She plays like a stepdad. It just has like the most Best Buy like I wear fucking Birkenstocks kind of like accent to this nerdy dude. It's awesome.
I think Dungeons and Daddies. I'm thinking of like a completely
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like
This
a
is-
lot of nipple play.
Yeah.
There's got to be some pasties involved.
This is probably what all the
Assless
realtors
traps.
were thinking
Yeah,
were
yeah,
going on.
Because I'm going down the road right now. It's like,
Yeah.
I could produce that shit. Ian, what are your upcoming gigs, bud?
I got on the 7th, I'm on the showcase at Straight Tail in Huntsville. Jonathan Silver's producing that. Jonathan Silver, we got Dante Huff, another veteran, Charlie Swisher, and Dan Price. I think one of the College boys is on there too. But it's pretty much an all veterans lineup. And then I have a show in Huntsville that I don't know the date for yet. But I'll find out soon. It pays, and that's good enough for me.
There you go.
In
Hey, that's a
progress.
win,
In
dog.
progress.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you, man.
Thank you.
I'm
really
definitely coming
appreciate
out.
it.
Love having you out.
Thank you.
Seeing you. All right, give it up one more time. Even. All right. Who we got left? Trent Ludsack. All right, Trent, new to the show.
At what point does slowing down for kids stop being safe and start being creepy? Because somewhere the vibe changes. And I look like this, so I gotta know. Actually, I feel like every man in this room looks like we should be careful driving by schools. This is not a one of us. This is a maybe too relatable of a joke for this room. Like if I drive by a school going 15 miles an hour, it looks like I'm trying not to hit kids with my car. But if I drive by a school going 5 miles an hour, it looks like I'm trying to hit on kids from my car. Saying I'm visibly bad with kids, which is why it was odd when I was asked to rock a baby recently, and I didn't wanna. So I just punched that baby in the face hard as I could. Man, I really rocked that baby. You're right, it feels dumb to do a joke that silly in a room like this. Actually, can you hand me a Coors Light? I need that real bad right now. As soon as I saw those blue mountains, I was like, oh, I gotta have a beer now. I hated kids when I was a kid. This is a long-standing problem for me. Like, one time I brought a bullet to school. I didn't know that you're not supposed to do that. I had just learned the night before that a bullet is a device that's designed to explode accurately. And I thought that was pretty cool, and everybody should know. So the next morning, I got a live .308 round, and I gave the most interesting show and tell presentation that kindergarten's ever seen. And they overreacted. Like, I had to go see the principal, but I also never got bullied again, so. Call that a life hack. And by the way, all that pre-Columbine, so if anything, call me a trendsetter. There was this other time when a bisexual friend of mine asked me to rock their baby. But I just held that one, because I'm not going to rock a bi baby. See, it circles around. Is there any light, or is this just going? What is this? Bro, I will fill this fucking night. I swear to. I mean, walking into this with no context is a bit of a trip. Like, I just walked in and there was a guy playing bass with a Primus tattoo on his arm. I'm like, this is a garage. All right, I'll leave you guys on a thought. I don't know why anybody was surprised by the news about P. Diddy. I think that he was making it very clear when he changed his name. Because it used to be Puff Daddy. Now it's P. Diddy. Which sounds a lot like somebody's trying to say Puff Daddy with a dick in their mouth. My name's Trent.
Welcome to the show, bro. Fuck yeah. Did you get a sticker?
I did.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Would you like to do a shot?
I don't want to break the streak, I guess. I'll do one.
Fuck yeah.
There you go, dude.
What is this, bourbon?
Yeah. I don't even think it's bourbon. I
That
think it's
looks-
just regular Kentucky.
that looks
just
like
whiskey. Yeah.
Wicked.
We used to do bourbon, but inflation and all.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Man, this dildo is so much scarier up close.
It really is.
It's really insane.
The hair on it really freaks me out.
But you know that every chick that looks at that is like, yeah, I'm taking that.
I don't
Every
think, I don't
dildo
think
that,
so.
no,
dude.
every
not that
dildo that
Maybe
we've
the-
had
maybe
on
the
this
tip.
show. The girls and dildos.
Only chicks rev bangs.
Yeah.
I've had some questionable chicks.
So, where you from, bud?
I grew up in the Midwest, Wisconsin, Minnesota. But in my adult life, I've moved a bunch of times. So I'm currently based out of Atlanta, though.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Been there for about 4 years, which is the longest I've lived anywhere as an adult. So I'm feeling pretty locked in there.
How old are you?
31, about to turn 32. Damn, I'm such a drunk, I almost forgot my age.
Yeah, it gets
It's
that
been
way.
so long
That
since
just
I've been
happens
asked.
with age.
Birthdays ain't as exciting as they used to be.
No.
What got you into comedy?
I mean, I always liked it. Basically, as soon as I found out about stand-up, I liked it.
What age was
Interested
that?
in it through high school. Probably like middle school.
Okay. That's what it's on.
And I was like very Christian family. So like I was listening to the stuff like Brian Regan, like some Dimitri Martin, the shit that Christian parents would allow you to because it's
because it's
silly.
pure
Yeah.
comedy. You ain't gotta throw into dirty words. And,
Yeah. And then I was in the Army, and I started. I moved to El Paso. I was there for 2 years. The first week, 1 week after I got there, a guy invited me to a mic. I showed up, went up, and I've been doing it consistently ever since.
Nice.
Yeah, he
dude.
found
Very
it.
cool.
Just happened to just walked right into it.
Early, yeah, like
Nice.
20. I remember because I flashed my ID at that bar, and it was my regular ID, and she misread it, and then I was a comic showing up regularly, so she never checked my ID again. So I was like 20, just getting hammered at this bar on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, I was doing it.
He's about to be 32, so we're in the statute of limitations.
I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember enough of it.
Right on. Who's your favorite comedian?
Top
My
three.
favorite?
Top
I
three.
can't even.
Let him do a top three.
Top
at least.
three? I haven't even thought about that in a while. I mean, Shane Gillis is one of the funniest dudes doing
Dude,
it
I
right
am
now.
I am starting to really like that
His
guy.
impressions are great.
Yeah, he's I don't know. That guy's funny as fuck. Big J.
Love Big J.
Love Big
This
J.
is very
Big
cool.
Jefferson.
His crowd
Oh, okay.
work's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I think he's the best crowd work guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's mostly what he's
Wow.
known for right
Yeah.
now. Like he'll do an entire hour with nothing but crowd
He's done
work.
a lot of them, I think.
He's done several specials that were just.
As far as I'm aware, he's recorded multiple that still haven't been released. So, one of the old school guys, Stanhope.
Stand
Oh,
up.
yeah. There you go.
Definitely top fiver.
That's a good. I feel like that's a strong top three.
That's a very strong top three.
Admirable.
His bit about his mother committing suicide, man, that is
It's
just,
so good.
it's one of my favorite bits. Yeah.
It's like the level of the Machine story, but believable.
Dude, the first time I heard the Machine, I was like, man, that is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I was a
like
kid, so I was like,
absolutely
yeah, that seems within the realm of possibility.
I always liked a lot of Carlin. I just can't get past it. I think
that's good.
There's a lot of new guys, like that Shane Gillis guy. I just started realizing I'd seen him, but I didn't. Now I'm starting to put a name to the face.
Well, he's
You know what I
popping
mean?
now because of the Trump impression.
He's huge.
There's
at this
another
point.
guy, something Stoop, like Daniel Stoop or
Yeah, I have no idea.
Danny Stomp.
Talk about Doug Stanhope.
No.
You guys are just bringing up the comics that I said.
Yeah, right.
But like you didn't hear it.
No, I wasn't. It's a different
David
guy.
Tell is one of my favorites.
Coming to town, baby. Coming to town.
Hell yeah.
I forgot about David Tell.
Yeah.
Which
Can't make
you
it a
should
show,
never
by
do.
the way.
Sorry, that's all right.
I'm glad that you guys are asking me about comedy and not like serious political issues like everybody else.
It's all.
Like I think you guys
they
got
done
to the bottom of
decided
Israel
whoever they
Palestine
want.
earlier.
Yeah, we did.
It
We
was like
did with
15
Evan.
Bohemian Groves ago. They didn't decide who was
We
going
were
to be
learning
president.
many
Yeah.
things. Do you like conspiracy theories? We like to talk about those the most.
I like went in and out with it. So like
Okay.
when
What's your favorite conspiracy?
You gotta
favorite
tell us.
one? I mean, if we're just talking long term, there's a lot of content out there to consume as far as watching people be stupid. I love flat earthers. They're just there's so many of them and they're so silly. Like you can really like find some flat earthers saying some crazy shit
I
everywhere
live
you
with
look.
one.
It's a lot of fun. You live with one?
I live with one.
How does that go,
That
Slow?
that you probably enjoy that one less than I do.
I've gotten to the point. It's like I don't care if we're on a turtle's ass.
Yeah.
Do not care.
Which is more likely.
That's how I've gotten.
Which
with
is
the-
more likely
with
than
anybody
flat
that
because
believes
at least
it's a
it's
globe
curved.
or a flat Earth or a dome. I don't care anymore
Yeah.
because we just don't know. Nobody fucking knows.
Well,
No,
we
I-
know. We've sent
No, you don't.
cameras up into
You
space.
can't
Yeah.
put water on a ball, sir.
Everything's fake. Have fun.
Have fun with it.
Water finds its level.
That's what I do.
All right. So, do you guys believe in like say that we're in the simulation? Do you guys believe in simulation?
I mean, coin toss. It doesn't really
doesn't-
affect.
yeah,
It doesn't.
I don't
I
know
have to
anymore.
pay bills either way.
Yes, I'm in a turd's ass. And this is a prison fucking planet or something.
Yeah.
We probably were serving life prison sentences and we died and your brain gets wiped. Go back, do it
Yeah.
again.
It's a possibility. I don't know, I've never been like a religious guy, but like all the things that would scare me as a kid that I would hear, like as far as like AI and stuff like that, and robots, Terminator, all that shit.
What if
right?
AI was already is?
Well, that's what- that's
if
what-
it basically
That's what the
we're
simulation
real
is.
and we're alive, but what if AI has been behind it the whole time?
That's also
You know
a
what I mean?
possibility.
Yeah. Who knows?
You never know. But the way that I think that maybe that simulation theory actually is a thing is that all the things that I was scared of as a kid, and now it's all coming to fruition at
That's the weird
end of
part.
my age.
That makes me wonder about. They like to do slowly set up things too. That's how they.
Well,
that's
so,
why
like-
they use sci-fi B flick movies. You
If-
watch an old B flick movie from the '90s, it's like, well, hell, we have nanotechnology now. And this was in a fucking
When you play a
B-flick
video,
fucking movie
when you
in
play,
the 90s,
when you
know?
play a video game or watch a movie, the characters are all of a sudden faced with these things such as aliens or whatever. They have their whole backstory, and if you're in a simulation and you're playing that simulated game, you're playing that person's life even up to that part where all the shit goes down. And it's really crazy that all the things that I was a kid seeing in its infancy, like AI and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden seeing everything now to the point where next year we're seeing the literal robots marching off of the fucking line. It's really weird. It's like, well, okay, well, if I was playing a game, if this was a game, if this was a setup for a game, then obviously I'm seeing the end result of that game now. Now the
We're at
game
the
is getting
end.
started. Yeah,
The Revelation chapter.
yeah,
if you-
exactly.
if you will.
Yeah, exactly. So I just find that it's really weird that all the things that I grew up fearing
you're
is
on it,
now,
dude.
is now like real life shit.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
Well, bring on the fucking Draculas and werewolves too, man. If we're gonna release
might
it
as
all,
well.
bring it all out.
Dude,
Bigfoot. I want to tame a fucking Chewbacca, my own Chewbacca, and fucking run around.
Well, we ask the question on the show all the time, and it's in 20
Robot or
questions.
zombie,
Would
yeah.
you rather have the robot apocalypse or the zombie apocalypse? And man, the idea of having
I'm
a
going
robot,
zombie every time.
Yeah.
I'm going robot because I feel like a bomb
One of
ends
those.
your life so quick, and like a zombie,
true,
that's
too.
gonna hurt a lot. Like the apocalypse is happening. I'm trying to go in the first wave. You know, like I'm not trying to.
So you're trying to die in the first
Yeah,
wave or
I'm
survive?
not.
in
I'm
the
not
first
trying
wave?
to. I'm not trying to stick around and like shit into a pot. And
shit in pots all
like
the
boil water so that I can drink and not die. Like I'm not trying to live that life.
That's fair.
It's fair,
Like
man.
I'm trying to go with Netflix. I'm trying to at the same time that becomes not viable.
Oh man.
That's what I'm looking
That's it.
for.
As soon as streaming service is done, I'm done.
As
I don't
soon
want
as
no more of it.
As soon as the internet drops,
Now, without the
curtains,
internet,
dog.
there's
That's
nothing.
it. That's it. I'll call.
Simulation
I'll
over.
call and order pizza one last time, and then I'll choke down a bunch of pills with it.
I mean, you at least got to run. You got to face the lion, if
No,
you will.
you-
Run towards the robot. If you're done, you're
Yeah.
done. At least you're still going to wait for it to come get you.
If those robots come out, I'm gonna buy one and then order it to fight me to the death.
All right. So next year, when the robots do come off the assembly
Yeah.
line and they are
It's gonna be a
walking
streaming
among
goal
us,
for us. We're gonna try and fundraise for it.
when you
We
guys
should.
walk into a business and there's a robot there, say it's doing its shopping for its master, are you going to interact with this robot if it's in your way? Are you going to say, "Excuse me"? I mean, like, at what point level are you going
I'm consider they're all probably going to connect up one day. I'm going to at least be nice to it.
Nah,
Excuse me.
you heard what I said. I want to go quick. When they turn, when those robots start killing everybody, I want them to be going to my house first. Like, I want them to be like, that
First
guy
to
was a
go.
dick to every one of us.
First to go.
Yeah.
He wants to be the,
nice to
the
the robot.
first responder to the fucking
the first despawner?
despawner.
It's because how much does that suck? How much does it suck to live in the shadows of the world, hiding from patrols of robots? Like
Yeah,
what?
It's going to be Terminator.
It sucks.
Life is
Yeah.
precious, man. Every second means something, baby. We're all fucking miracles.
It does
anyways.
now.
Look about all the jizz that was swimming up that stream.
Man,
releasing
it's a
your daddy's
numbers game.
bones.
I think
It's already we're already miracles anyway.
I think the robots are the next step of human evolution to the point that we are replacing ourselves with these automatons that can last eons.
I think it's a good way to exterminate us all.
Well, but it's self-extermination. A lot of the guys that are at the top and doing these, even Elon had called out one guy, I can't remember his name, who is doing the same exact thing that Elon's doing as far as, but that guy actually wants the robot. He's doing it for the robot apocalypse. So, I mean, you've got
We got
guys.
fucking Dr. Evil Scientist over here. Wow.
Yeah, so I mean,
Some people are really just supervillains, you know?
Yes, and they'll
mastermind.
do it. If they have the money and they can.
I wouldn't do that.
But yeah, I think a lot of people are just crazy monkeys, and then you give these crazy monkeys a shitload of money that they have no idea what to fucking do with, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, let's create the fucking robot
Yeah, why doesn't
apocalypse."
Elon Musk come out and try to be Batman yet?
Here's the thing about Elon. Everyone's talking about how smart Elon Musk is, and I've seen him do some of the dumbest fucking shit. And I'm not even talking about SpaceX. I'm talking about the robots.
The flamethrower is so silly.
The not a flamethrower.
Like it's so
not a flamethrower.
It's so stupid but whimsical that it's
But you
like
want one,
it was such a cool press thing, but like when you really look at it, you're like, that's so fucking dumb. I can't believe that like worked as a media thing, like just to like pump this
The
guy's
only thing I can see
profile.
it being useful is like somebody that lives in the fucking snow and they have to fucking clear their driveway. They would put snow, like the little snow blowers they have up there. That would take them out.
Put
So-
those to
You just
shame,
melt your
dude.
fucking-
Just melt it all
I
down.
found out about them way late. Like they had already been sold out by the time like I had found out about them, And I had found out by watching Joe Rogan and the Elon Musk, where Elon smokes a joint for the first time. Did y'all ever see that?
Yeah.
So he was talking about the not a flamethrower, but also he smokes a joint for the first time on I guess he didn't realize what he was walking into when he was going on Joe's podcast. So Joe hands him a joint, and then he kind of tokes on it for a second, hands it back, and then automatically it was a big thing with his company, dropped so many points and stuff like that. People made it a big thing because he fucking hit a joint on fucking air, and it's just man, in this fucking day and age, man. I mean, there's dispensaries everywhere. I mean, and especially where they were.
You can get it at the gas station.
Wait,
man.
are there is it legal here?
THC.
Hemp is legal here.
Yeah, we've got the weaker stuff.
Well, no, there's some good
Some of it
THCA.
ain't the weaker stuff.
There's some good THCA. There's some 35% THCA out there that is fucking.
They figured out a loophole in the hemp bill of 2018 that.
I'll stick to my crack cocaine, thank you.
Stick to the good stuff, buddy. That's right.
Hey, I said I live in Atlanta.
Big crack area in Atlanta.
Which I don't. I live in Marietta. I'm fucking bougie and shit.
Do you live by the baseball field?
No,
not right by it. But yeah, no, the baseball field is in Marietta.
Yes.
It is?
Truist, yeah.
Oh, so they made another field? They don't have Turner Field no more?
No.
They got a new field because they had Folsom Field before that. They done went through two fucking states. They're on the third state.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
I stopped watching Braves when Chipper Jones retired.
It's been
when
since
Chipper Jones retired, I was done with baseball.
Okay.
That's been 15
That's
years
fucking.
Yeah,
that's such a hard stance.
Now.
I just haven't liked it ever since.
I mean,
I went a couple years without watching it to go back and try to watch it. And I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
It feels
it's
like
everybody that was around had just vanished. It's just all these new guys.
I don't know. It feels like you never liked baseball. You just had a weird repressed gay crush on baseball players.
Oh no, I like them all.
And when they left, you were like, I don't need this sport anymore.
That does sound like that.
I've always thought that sports,
Sounds that
for
way.
the most part, were gay, but then there's this new show called Dudes on Dudes, where dudes are talking about their favorite sports players and whether they're is Tom Brady hot and then, I'm listening to this commercial for this new show. I'm just look, man, I'm done.
That's a little fucked up.
Yeah, but the name of the show is called Dudes on Dudes, and I'm just
Interesting.
Yeah, there's channels for that.
That's so weird.
There's channels.
What
for that.
audience is this for?
Your audience, you,
Dudes on
and
dudes.
the people who wear shit like that.
Dudes on dudes.
I don't know. Sports are because it's like storylines and you see stuff really play. And if we're being real, it's the Gladiators. It's the Antonio Browns. It's the guy where you see him get hit so hard that his wole personality changes.
Oh yeah, he's been fucked ever since that fucking hit he
it's
took
great.
from
And every time
Vernon Brissett or whatever his name was.
I'll go back and watch the video every once in a while just to remember, just to be like, dude, he really almost got his fucking head taken off.
Yeah, it's pretty vicious hit. He was definitely. His brain was
still playing.
bruised.
Did you guys see that?
Who?
Tua, the Dolphins quarterback.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of his concussions.
He's
now.
playing again now.
Yeah.
He's currently playing. His fingers were twitching on the field.
And he's
6 weeks ago.
I'm playing.
I'm actually doing
I've
really
got
good
another
fantasy this
$1
year.
million contract.
Dude, that guy's gonna Benoit the shit out of some people, man.
Nuts.
Hope not. If he can even walk or talk to his grandchildren.
That guy's gonna be eating mushed peas by the time he's 35.
He's gonna be like Muhammad Ali, just getting led around.
CTE is real,
That was
dog.
sad to see Muhammad in his last days.
Well, a lot of the fucking boxers later on, dude, after just so many fucking face shots.
I mean,
Jesus Christ. I couldn't imagine the old timers back when they fought they just get the hell beat out. They're fighting 2 weeks later. Not no fucking twice a year guy. The new boxers, when they get big time, they only fight once or twice a year.
We're going to have robot boxers pretty soon.
Yeah.
what was that
We're
fucking?
gonna do robot
Battle
UFC
Box. Y'all remember
too?
Battle Box
Fuck
back
yeah,
in the
dude.
day?
Fuck
Not
yeah.
the new Battle Box, but
on Comedy Central,
on Comedy
in
Central
the-
back in the day. Fuck yeah, that was Battle Box. Yeah.
It'll be like what's that fucking movie with Hugh Jackman? Yeah.
Yeah, real still.
That I would watch that. And then I think 6 years after that, when society collapses, it'll be one of those robots against a dude.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna be. It'll be like the equivalent of like throwing a dude in with a lion.
Well,
in Greece.
There was a movie like that. There was a movie where someone had to wind up boxing a dude. Like the robot wound up. Was that Twilight? Something like the robot wound up fucking malfunctioning. So dude decided to fight in place of the robot. So he had to fight the robot, and like he was getting fucked. He finally died at the end of the bout, but. Fuck, what was that? I barely remember that. But dude stood in for a robot and fought the other fucking robot.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's suicide.
Yeah.
mission.
I can't remember what the
That
fuck
sounds
that was.
crazy.
Yeah.
Why would you try to fight a machine that's like, it's gonna kill you?
I don't know. Ask me in 2 years because we'll all find out. Anyway, Trent, what are your upcoming gigs, brother?
I don't have anything live upcoming. I do a podcast with a buddy named Keegan named Finish the Story Podcast, Spotify and YouTube. I produce a couple others. Billy Podcast, No Bullshit with Sham Wilkins. And my new project is coming up. It has not been announced. Follow me on Instagram at Trent Ludzak, and it will be announced soon. I'm working on it.
Serious business. Yeah, work of passion.
Nice.
Well, brother, thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Fuck yeah.
Please come back again.
Nick, you have anything going on? Any shout outs to anybody?
Shout out to everybody.
All right.
We
Slav,
love you
Shout
all.
out to everybody.
No, the boys are on town for the next month, painting in Memphis, so I'm just enjoying
Not
the
doing
hiatus.
shit. There you go. All right. So thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And right up, we've got Among the Enemy. So stay tuned for that. We got a next show next Wednesday?
Wednesday, I think not next Wednesday, but like the Wednesday after, 13th.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be back on November 16th, and I'm not exactly sure who our guests are for that, but it's going to be. We've got so many fucking comedians for the 16th. I think we've got 15 to 20 comedians. I think.
Oh God.
I think
It's gonna
that
be
like
a long episode.
it's going to be like a 4 to 5 hour show. So make sure that you buy your Ritalin or your methadone or
Strap
whatever
in,
it is.
fellas.
Strap in.
Get
Strap
some zip
on.
pouches, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, Among the Enemy.
All right, folks, we are Among the Enemy, and we're going to play some songs for you. They go a little something like this.
I'm on the outside, waiting for my ride. Man, it's on my mind.
Thank you.
Guess I should have known. The feeling comes and goes, yeah. But how long till I see? Won't replace me. Before the end, with weight of all the other ones who never will again. Fought so hard for all the years I spent inside your shoes. But what am I supposed to do when all I do is lose? Yeah. Guess I shouldn't care. I know I've had my share, yeah. But how long till I see the better man in me? Walk for miles and miles and then I wound up at the end. Feel the change is coming soon. It's gonna start within. Fought so hard for all the years spent inside your shoes. Doesn't scare me anymore. Nothing left to lose. Yeah. Thank you. Running away from you? Yeah. I would too.
I don't blame you.
Don't you run away.
What do we got? Say I got a face only a mother could love. Well, my mom does love me. Joke's on you. What do we got? Do some Save Yourself.
This next song's called Save Yourself. Hope you like it.
Yep, it's your song. I hope you know they're in.
I'm looking through the window. I'm stuck inside my mind. But how could I have known secrets deep inside when nothing comes to mind. Yeah, you thought I wouldn't notice when it's written on your face. Have we really reached the end? The lesson didn't take. I heard it way too late. Save yourself. I don't mind. I got nothing left to give. So save yourself. I don't mind. When there's nothing left, I got nothing left. Shrouded by the shadows, it's a pain that's only mine. But how could you have known? I guess it's finally time we let this candle die. Yeah, I wanted you to know this, that I'm sorry for it all, and I never meant to hurt. It's all I've ever known, so I suggest you go and save yourself. I don't mind. I got nothing left to give, so save yourself. I don't mind. When there's nothing left, I got nothing left. So save yourself. I don't mind. I got nothing left to give. So save yourself. I don't mind. When there's nothing left, I got nothing left.
Oh. I totally forgot how to play the bridge there, and I was like, I just kept hitting this instead of that. That is the joke. I suck. No, there's no time for jokes.
Not in this day and age. What do you think? You want to do Zoomer and then close with going under, or you want to go the other way?
No, let's close with going under.
All right. Sounds good.
Or you want to play in your mind?
Ooh, sure. Yeah. Play in your mind.
So in your mind instead of tumor.
You want to do that now? Instead of Tumor?
Yeah.
Oh man, Tumor's a good song.
We can do both.
Let's do both.
Tumor and Save Yourself for the exact same songs.
Are they?
The exact same.
Not really.
Shut up! You gotta put them far apart.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
So what are you doing? In your mind?
Ready? away, and I take notice, but I can't tell. I wish you well. The cold alone is so well known, but now you see you can't change me. Wheels turning in your mind, I see it all the time. I've got to find a way to think with it, but you don't realize I'm hanging on the line. I'd rather live in pain than let you in. Wheels turning in your mind, I see it all the time. I've got to find a way to think with it, but you don't realize I'm hanging on the line. I'd rather live in pain than let you in.
Got a good break. We got 2 more songs, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here.
Letting go, don't ever feel how you wanna. It's the small size jock strap you're wearing, right? Extra small. All right, this is our last song. It's a new song. We hope you like it because that's all we got. And fuck you. Look at you. I told you.
Just needed Daddy to come in and beat him with the belt.
Thank you. We're among the enemy.